of iron gods. I'm honestly surprised you survived this long.
Hello, internets!
Oh, no.
Hey, don't forget Craig.
Oh, thank you for reminding me not to forget Craig. Poor Craig, always left behind. Nobody loves him.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
I would rather be the bridesmaid.
But isn't that where your best friend or whatever put you in the most hideous dress to make them look better?
That is not true. That's not what I did. They all thought they were going to look like shit. And then they were like, oh, we see what color scheme you were going for. This looks great. And I was like, yeah, I told you, asshole. However, all of my brides, well, everyone in my wedding party was family except for one of them.
Well, it helps if you share the basic color palette and stuff, because, you know.
Yeah, I wasn't going to put them in, like, diarrhea green or something. Like,
electric blue.
Here you go. You're going to look like something cracked on you before you walked in.
All right, hold on. Let's get Craig in.
Now recording.
Hey, Craig.
Thank you, Craig.
Booties!
That's right. He sounds super official, like we even know what we're
I
doing.
know.
Craig, feck off.
No, Craig, don't be mean to him. So, Thing and I have been busy working the start of this week. We're migrating the website to a new host.
Woohoo!
Well, actually, Thing's doing most of the migrating. I'm doing most of the back-end junk, but it's all good. Hopefully, it'll be cheaper, and that will be good. Because then we might be able to afford some advertising.
Sweet.
Upslope.
Speaking of
I
advertising,
can
let me
hear.
log in so I can see the chat on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
St. Bernardus Christmas Ale. And also Golden Drock, 9,000 quad.
Oh my god, you're just like drunk as a skunk, you are, sir.
Oh, not even.
Yeah.
Bloody Mary featuring.
I'm 6'7"
God.
Viking, man. I got lots of time for tonight.
Oh, yeah, you're like 200
House,
tall,
I'm
right?
gonna do whatever I want. No, I'm just. I already do that.
If you're like a 90-pound sorority girl, you sniff a shot, you're probably out of it.
Oh, no, plugging's all the rage with those sorority girls, isn't it?
Plugging?
Slugging?
Where you like soak a tampon in booze and you stick it up inside of you.
Hell? Is that a thing?
Totally. It's so gross.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could absorb alcohol that well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Straight bloodstream.
It's.
That's the problem, that people have been doing that with the Glenlivet pods, and it bypasses your digestion and can absorb straight into your bloodstream and the intestines.
What is a Glenlivet pod and where do I get one?
It's like,
Oh, those are the things you kind of, the little
Gummy
balls.
bears.
yeah,
right?
it's like Tide Pods, but filled with whiskey instead of Tide.
I will never be able to try one ever now. Spit up bubbles.
Well, apparently it's like some weird organic-y, plasticky thing made of seaweed for the case and stuff, but...
This is like a real thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is a real thing. Glenlivet make pods you can eat filled with whiskey.
So it's
a lot better
pod
than Tide
pod.
Pods.
Glenlivet?
Right? Glenlivet, yes. Glenlivet.
Glenlivet's a good scotch. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Look, we have a chat. Say hello to chat.
Yeah, I've got a couple
Hello,
bottles
Chad.
of Glenlivet 12 upstairs as my snack. Hi, chat!
I
Glenlivet
drank all
whiskey
of
now
my
comes
whiskey. I
in
basically-
pod form. Oh wow. It almost looks like it's, this is a super blown up picture, but it almost looks like a cough drop, but it's actually inside of something.
Hold on.
And soon it'll be inside something else.
But I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name of the other that was the first article that popped up that I saw.
So we've had our first held message for sexual reasons
Ooh.
of the evening. Apparently the word pussy has been banned. Now it has been unbanned.
Oh, geez.
Hold on, what happened because of what?
So,
Wither King.
The chat has a very wide list of things it blocks automatically. And as chat says them, we have to unblock them as we go. Oh, that's nice. I like that. It's a good. Get on with it. It's nice. Thank you, sir. What? Stop it! Stop that. We probably unblocked half. Were you listening to the game of nice. Shackled? Still in shackles.
All right.
Oh dear.
See, without laws, a fighter without limit.
A woman without Tide Pods.
I am so sick of watching Tyler.
What is the chuckling I'm hearing?
It's me. It's the echo of Twitch. I realized I had the sound.
Oh, okay. That's might be why your audio is cutting out for me just a shade as well, because you're getting a touch of feedback. Oh, I think I've got a splinter from when I made the fire.
You're so. What? You have a fire? Is it cold enough in Texas for you to not melt from a fire in your house?
Always cold. I can just have the AC running, can't I?
Well, this is true, but like normally people use the AC when it's.
Hey, we were in the 30s this week.
Wow, that's impressive because it's it's been like in the
Centigrade?
30s, but it was 70, like 75, 77.
I was
here.
Tuesday the high was 8 here.
Actual 8.
8, yes, 8.
That happens.
It was like 5 below with wind chill or some evil shit like that.
Good
Right?
Lord.
And I went into work with with no coat and a Hawaiian shirt on. And people thought I was from Mars.
How do you live there again?
Oh, good. I like it. We have all the fresh. Hey, when the apocalypse happens, we'll have all the fresh water, man, in Michigan. Fuck y'all.
It's true.
You think Michigan's going to stay fresh and is now?
One of the things.
Well, that's a fair point.
If I ever moved from here, let's say I moved back to Houston or something like that, I would absolutely miss having 4 seasons. It is so cool to me, at least, because I grew up in Houston. I grew up on a swamp. It was hot and humid all the freaking time. Occasionally it got cold and we were like, yeah! And here, like the fact that there is a clear spring, summer, fall, winter, it's really nice. Also, the fact that it's not so humid that whenever I walk outside for 10 minutes on a wonderful July day, that I don't get covered in a layer of sticky.
Gross.
Houston's amazing. I just wish it wasn't so friggin' humid.
Right. So when Bill and Thing visit, we can all take them out into the swamp. You should come in.
I've been in some swamps, man.
I can take you out to the bayou.
I've been
where my son and I go kayaking. We can go out to Armand Bayou and Clear Lake. I'll take you out there. We can go poke some alligators.
Yeah,
that is true. Poke alligators.
I think my record heat is
all of them will flip your kayak.
I think my record heat is 136.
Where was
in
that?
Death Valley.
Mm.
And my record cold is 90 below zero wind chill northeast Alaska.
Wow.
That was apocalyptic.
That's so cool.
That was dig a hole and crawl in, and
earned that little polar bear badge that you get in Scouts.
that wasn't with the Scouts, thank goodness, because they would have all died.
What is that badge called?
The Scouts to death.
I think it's the
Quick, make a cabin out of that.
Yeah.
Well, you have
took a dark turn.
The temperature has to be below a certain point, and then you have to set up your tent and camp in that overnight to get the polar bear badge.
Yeah. You have to be you can't go indoors at all for 24 hours straight, I think, at least, and then sleep.
Yeah.
So you can't do it all in a meat locker? Technically indoors?
I think outdoors is a critical aspect of that. Actually.
Yeah. That's kind of the scouting way.
That's because they do things the stupid way a lot of times.
That's not wrong either.
Don't tell my son that or me. I love Scouts.
Well, that's between you and the troop, but
they're so great.
Remember, it's like that story I read about the scout that wound up fighting off, wound up surviving the bear with only a .22 pistol. What he did was he shot his fellow scout in the knee with the .22, and then he could outrun the bear.
Right. Yeah, I don't have to outrun the lion is assumes there's only one lion sometimes, but
Right.
Not the gamer solution.
Oh man.
Sorry, Hal. He's like getting all pissed at us. I'm sure he's like,
I'm not pissed
"You
at
fucking
you.
children."
Hey, Chat says they have no camping experience, only video game experience.
There you go.
Aww.
It's like all the worst parts of Oregon Trail with,
You have dysentery.
and now
Um,
you've died.
I was just telling my son about the days whenever I played old computer games and that there were only 2 colors on my computer screen, and he was like, "What?"
That's right, man. I had black and green, and I died by a grue.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, you go back to the old text-based Zork and stuff, and it's like, oh god, what the hell's the inventory command? What's this?
Always I. Always.
Even in
What was it?
Skyrim.
Oh, the Hitchhiker's Guide one where your first job is to get the babblefish. So you like push the thing and it like shoots out and slides down a little hole, and then you've got to like
that was an annoying.
you put your
game.
towel in front of the hole, and then you push the button again, it shoots out, bounces the towel, flies up, a robot flies through the air and does it, so you have to like throw the mail that you hopefully collected up into the air at the time after you push the button so that it distracts the robot flying and stuff. It's like,
is this a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy game?
There's some.
There was an Infocom.
I think so, yeah. Infocom, yeah.
Text-based.
Somebody took a tab of acid when doing
But you start talking about robots and towels and babblefish, and I'm like, this is Hitchhikers.
It's the Hitchhiker's Guide. It's the text adventure.
Okay. Oh, okay.
She only played
every single one of the books in that series, and I'm a huge fan. And I tried to get Evan to read them, and he's like, "I don't like this," and I'm like, "It's okay to be wrong."
That's amazing.
Okay, to be wrong.
Because you're.
I like this. Next, he'll be telling you he doesn't like Pratchett.
That's an ass whooping right there.
I know it is. What are you doing that thing?
I ran out of Bloody Mary, so this is the Mischief whiskey.
Oh right, I remember when we started Iron Gods, that mofo was full.
Well, yeah. I mean, if that runs out,
Oh.
I've got some backups.
Oh shit!
Oh, what is that? I just saw boxes, and I was already.
He's gonna have those intravenously because that Glenlivet pod conversation got him intrigued.
I have a dry wedding to go to next year, and I'm thinking those Glenlivet pods look like a good investment.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say you have a dry.
That's a
totally okay to bring booze.
It's a candy bowl right there.
Oh yeah. Just don't
See
clutch.
what happens.
That's why you tell Leah, we're gonna go buy you a purse, and then you're going to put booze in it, and then you'll drink them.
I'll be wearing a jacket that will also have booze in it.
Which is also the reason for fanny packs and everything else. I mean,
but you gotta look at if you guys ever see the wine rack?
Oh yeah.
It's a bra that you fill with wine and no one even knows.
Oh my
God!
God!
Little straw that goes up here.
Really noticeable on me. I don't have much to begin with.
Well, you would to start with, but you drop 3 cup sizes over the course of the event.
And it would be real fast because I wouldn't pace myself, and people would be like, "I swear her tits got smaller during that conversation."
Well, that's why you put whiskey in there rather than wine. Wine you can drink too much of too fast.
Yeah, and then they have the beer belly for guys, which is a big pouch in front. I'm gonna post it in the Twitch chat.
As a woman, though, because you pretend you have a pregnant belly, and you're just.
There you go, the wine rack.
I saw somebody at a Halloween party one time, and they were Britney Spears, and what was that model she was married to for a little bit? Some undies model. And so she was in a white t-shirt and tiny cutoff shorts. They both kind of had this, I guess, trailer trash look going on about them. And then they took beers and they glued them to the top of her fake belly.
Gosh,
it was bad. It was really bad. I was at the museum for that one. That's right. It was, yeah.
And then there's this one you might like, Whit, the Porto Vino. It's a purse that is got a tap on it for wine.
Jesus.
And it's a false bottom too, so it's all D&D shit, right? So it's like they could like search it at the venues and stuff,
Fair.
and it's like, oh, this is a legitimate purse with like female things in it. I don't want to look at this anymore. And then
You
got
know
like
what
a
else
total
you can do
tap.
that with? Take a
Hmm.
zipper pouch on the inside of your purse. I'm not condoning this behavior. Take a zipper pouch.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Take a zipper pouch on the inside of your purse. So they're definitely not going to look any further into that. And leave it blank, but you can cut a hole in just the corner of it and then shove things into the lining of the purse.
Like how you steal shrimp.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Okay.
go get mommy's fish roast. I mean, come on. That's
Oh, Lord.
horrifying.
I'm going to stop talking about sneaking.
Well, chat's saying this is unfair because they're all girl-based. You should send the, what is it? The beer gut one.
Beer
The
belly.
beer belly.
Beer belly.
Yeah, he was saying women have the advantage; they can both.
I'm learning
true.
so much. Ooh.
That's all right. We're an equal opportunity instructional video. We're gonna be on Reading Rainbow next week, y'all.
You know what's funny? When I used to watch so my mother used to tell me that I could stay up late if I would watch Star Trek with her. And so I used to like, yeah. And then I was blown away because the Reading Rainbow guy was on Star Trek.
Did you ever see the what was it, College Humor? One of those that they did a parody of Reading Rainbow with LeVar Burton.
No.
Doesn't surprise me.
You can't find it now because they got sued. But it's all about
Jeez.
about the knowledge is power in the books, and it's like you can magic and do it. He's like so much power, and it's like only no one should have this kind of power because all of a sudden he can like destroy things with his mind, and he blows up the little butterfly and goes around burning everything, and
It reminds me of was it Don Cheadle that did the Captain Planet one where he just started turning everything into trees? You're a tree. Oh, and everybody starts getting freaked out. Oh, God. Yeah, no, I wish I could find that. I'm sure it exists somewhere on the internet. Probably a video that if I watch it, I will get a virus.
or
Why
three.
watch it on Evan's computer?
I wish he had one, but his computer is mine, which is why I always have to play doctor on it.
Clear browser history. Clear browser history.
No.
Yeah. Why is the keyboard all sticky?
Yeah. No, that's what cell phones are for.
Right.
You young kids.
There's this really funny chart that shows this this trending line that shows the size of cell phone screens increasing as more porn is available on internet and available on smartphones. It's like, oh, it's totally clear now why that trend is like that. Yes.
Now
So-
I can see this can ham real well. I hate canned ham. Wait
So-
a
so-
minute. Not canned ham. I hate
spam sausage and spam, but I don't like spam.
and
Or you can get a whole chicken in a can too.
But I don't like spam.
Well, that's as far as we've come, isn't it? We've got chicken in a can.
Indeed.
Yes.
That's the height of civilization.
Now here,
right now, right?
this is coming from a lad whose country has spotted dick in a can.
Nothing wrong with a spotted dick. There's a
True
cream
story.
For that.
Look it up, y'all.
Spotted dick is kind of horrifying, but nothing like the everybody.
Cake with
it's like a
raisin.
bad
Well,
name for a bird or something. The spotted dick.
Well, it's like everyone that read the Narnia books and expected Turkish delight to actually be delightful.
I like Turkish delight.
Yeah, Turkish delights aren't bad.
I don't know what Turkish delight is. So I
Basically
actually, because
Basically
I
a
grew
block
up
of
going to
sugar.
Christian private
Yeah.
schools, like as a rebel, I always gave the giant middle finger to C.S. Lewis, even though he was like hand in hand with Tolkien. Like I couldn't. It made me so mad. And I'm not anti-religion. It was just a rebellion thing for me. Like,
Narnia, Leo and I started watching his Dark Materials.
do I?
Well,
I said, speaking of Narnia, we started watching His Dark Material.
that's
Yeah.
another one that's a little, yeah.
But it was written as a counterpoint to Narnia. That was the purpose.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like the whole, you know, when you get in like the Golden Compass, the first movie they did was left over the stuff, but you got the whole, you know, dust and souls, and
Oh, really?
you'll be better and more compliant if we just rip this out of you.
Totally flopped.
Did the movie?
Yeah.
Series isn't bad so far. They've only had 2 episodes, but it's actually pretty
Well,
good.
it's like the movies they did for Narnia, because like a lot of the stuff you have to mess with ages and stuff, because you don't want to put like 9-year-olds in mortal dangers, leading armies into battle.
I'm going to be right back. I need to go check on something.
So wasn't it Wit that
It's
was going
eyes.
to be doing the recap?
Who's doing the recap? Where's everyone gone? Why can I just see Things boxes and Wit's wardrobe? Is that a wardrobe?
That's her window.
Is there a lion and a witch in
Yeah. Is that a wardrobe or a window?
Window. She opened it earlier.
there? That's where she keeps her costumes.
Yeah, there was a kid that we're supposed to come over and spend the night with Isaac, and he hasn't gotten over here yet. So I was just like, so they're like, we'll be home soon, and it's an hour later.
Fire.
I really
No,
hope
what they're doing is he's putting on a clown outfit. He's gonna climb in through that open window behind you.
That's right.
Start up a chainsaw right by.
You'll float down here soon.
You'll all float
Hey.
down here.
Hey there, Georgie.
Oh,
Beep.
so, like, am I a terrible person for allowing my son to watch it?
I let my 14-year-old son watch it.
Okay, because I was gonna say we watched the original and he loved it, and so
Classic.
we
You
saw
mean
the
the
new
TV series?
movie, and we
Yeah.
all thought it was really good too. I thought it was okay for him to watch it. Like I think the things I'm mostly worried about are like, I don't know, an unnecessary amount of
No, they
drugs
don't look at creepy
and
sex
sex.
in the book.
Like I don't like. You do that on your own time, son.
Yeah, they don't want to go into like the one girl having sex with everybody to break him out of the shock and stuff, because you know.
Right. It's nothing. Right. It's pretty bad.
Yes, and
Yeah,
yes, I was going to do the
recap.
recap.
Weird.
So are we going to do that? Do we want to do that? Yeah.
What are we doing? Having sex with each other?
That's going to be very difficult.
I think so. Until the internet invents like sex pants where we can just like do it from here.
I thought you were talking
Check
in
Japan.
character.
Check
They
Japan.
do.
They've got it.
Yeah, but Japanese sex pants don't fit me.
You can cinch him in a little bit. It doesn't matter if you're a little small.
I'll get
So
2
they
pairs and
actually,
sew them
you can
together.
control vibrating underwear with like your cell phone.
Internet.
Mm-hmm. Or somebody else's.
Isn't that what like cam girls do? That's basically the whole principle of that, isn't it?
I would
Some.
know. I'm not a cam girl.
Could be.
Me either.
Think
So
of all the potential.
You could be a new line of cam girl that does, instead of having those vibrating underpants, you have Glenlivet pods.
There you
That's
go.
right.
That's the thing.
Every
That's
time they tip you, you eat one. That's sexy. And then you pass out unconscious when you get
Anything
to, like,
against
2
them in any way whatsoever. It's just I've never watched them. I will support a friend who does it.
Chat appears to be knowledgeable in the area of live cam vibrations.
chat.
It's like the days of yore where people kept paging themselves for some reason. Crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Boy, are
Apparently,
you a doctor? Are you so important to get pages so often?
I was sending text messages to a gal once, and I was just like doing 3 or 4 words, and I kept hitting send, so there were separate messages, and I didn't realize that she was driving and had her phone stuck between her legs and had to pull over because yeah.
quivering convulsions of.
Apparently, my rapid fire questions was a little.
So you were on the expressway giving your O face. Oh.
Oh dear. So, who would like the great honor of actually talking about something like gaming tonight?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yes, in fact,
No, don't be sorry. I do like pre-game chat, but
yeah.
sometimes pre-game chat requires a game. Otherwise, it's just chat.
Well, in the old World's Largest Dungeon days, it was like 30 minutes of you talking about like what treats you're going to have. So.
Ooh.
That is true. In the world's largest dungeon days, back in the dark and distant past.
Well,
There
Whitney
was
was
a lot of
listening to
pre-game
the Twitch from the previous session and had done her homework, I felt, to do a recap of last time if she wants to take the forefront.
You're doing it, Whit.
I am, and I don't know if y'all noticed, there's also dogs barking in the background, one outside
All right.
next to me. So I'm wondering if somebody's about to pop up. So I'm keeping an. That is
You
the
mean like a
child.
child
We're gonna
or,
continue chat for like 5 more seconds. I'll be right back.
Sounds great. Apparently, Whitney's doubling
Well,
the child.
she already knows the recap then, so you can.
No, she's recapping. It's her turn to recap.
Oh.
She's going to put a recap up in that app.
I am not taking away her recap. If she's prepped for this, I would be remiss in taking away that opportunity from her.
Recap like a red cap.
Right. Fucking red cap. Fuck those things.
There was a red cap in another podcast that I was listening to. There was a red cap that the wizard of the group dominated with the spell. And it was a brilliant exchange of humor where he's still chaotic evil, but he's still this wizard's best friend who's lawful good. And he's like, but then the red cap would be like, but we could kill him. It would be really cool. Like, well, no, that would be wrong. Well, what's wrong? What does that mean? It was like this brilliant exchange. It was really funny.
All right, we're all set now. Okay.
There's another child here.
Yes, Michael is here.
Hello, Michael.
Michaela, because I'm not revealing names of people that are in my house.
Really?
No,
because
it's Michael.
Just
first name
in case
Michael
someone's
is too
Googling.
specific, and we'll be able to find all the PII on the internet.
So easy to find.
I could contact Edith and or order an orbital strike and.
You don't need names for that. You just need GPS
I want to
coordinates.
say hi.
That's right.
Hey, Isaac, how's it going?
Hello. My camera's right there. That's Michael.
Hello, Michaela, how's it going?
Hello.
And my dog.
Hello, dog.
I don't see you, dog.
Because he's too busy looking at the new
That's the doggy. Little Ditto. He's the Ditto Dots, and we love the dots lots and lots.
How's he doing? I do
He's
love it
doing
when you
very
do
well.
it.
He's not a very well-behaved dog, but we love this doggy.
He isn't a very well-behaved dog.
No,
I
he is
remember him
not.
chasing.
And that's wicked.
I remember him chasing
Kitty, kitty.
in our bedroom.
We even have cards against you.
We do. Do y'all want to go through the game clock? Take the. Do y'all want to take the cards? Y'all can take them if you want.
Like it was brushing my hair.
You just can't mess up the. Okay. Take them.
See, and I thought I had a good point.
You do. You do.
Yeah.
You know that. Isaac, did you want to take them? Go ahead. Yeah, and if y'all, the magic cards are over there. So if y'all want to play magic, the cards are there, and y'all can use my. Yes.
This commercial interruption brought to you by Magic the Gathering.
Just remember, they have to play guts magic. So when you take a card from the other player, you tear it in half so they can never use it again.
Oh my God. You have no idea how much that hurts my soul. And Evan does it all the time in front of me because he was like, I'm the
Lighter.
level 3 magic judge. I've seen everything. I've met everybody. Magic is like, I mean, he's not really like that. He's a very nice, down-to-earth person. And I just made him sound like an arrogant asshole. Like,
He is a doctor.
the game was called Flip It or Rip It. And so every time that you would open a booster pack, and then you would put the cards out, and you would just, without ever looking at it, you would go flip it or rip it. And if you ripped it, you would rip it, and you might turn it over, and it's $100 card. And I'm just like, like that just makes me want to vomit.
Those are the same type of people that go and buy like a PlayStation 5 the day it comes out, and then they're like in line first, then they go out to the line with the 300 people in line waiting and take sledgehammers and smash it in front of everybody. You know, those people need an ass kicking, you know. That should be a pay-per-view channel right there.
It's like, just because you were a special judge doesn't mean everybody. But it was kind of nice because he got paid in like giant packs of magic cards, so we have a lot of cool cards.
There's a set unglued where one of the cards was you tear this card into tiny pieces and sprinkle it on the table, and anything that it hits is destroyed.
Nice.
That's amazing.
There was a whole set of like weird cards they did.
I feel like that cannot be a legal card to play anymore.
I don't think it's legal, but it is part of the series of cards they released.
Like that is not allowed in tournaments.
This card has ×2 power if you can actually get a female to touch it. ×3 if she can kiss it.
Right.
×4 if you can put it and wedge it between her two boobs.
Tap all your land, flip table, burn.
You can't wedge it between her boobs. I don't have it.
Table.
Oh, it's always possible depending on how hard you want to push.
There you go. I'll just pull together as much skin as humanly possible and see what happens.
The sad thing is everyone on this podcast can probably do that.
There we go. Just
I got that too, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm probably easier to do it, though. That's the problem.
Oh God. Okay, so last game.
Recap. Last game there was less breasts.
Recap your kneecap.
Last game, we were in town. For a little bit. We saved Conair Bane. Alexander picked up some of his spells and equipment. He got a couple of things, some scrolls, a wand, and Kiernan got an amulet for natural armor +1 to his armor class, which is awesome. And did he go with us? I don't think he went back with us. He stayed in town to work on the stuff that we needed him to. And then
rest.
Great. Yeah.
And then we took Sandville. We agreed to take him back in with us. Then we fought the brainy plant monster. And
Poor brain buddy.
that was intense. And then we.
Well, I wanted to add one quick thing. I did some of it on camera, but I failed to do some of it off camera with Hal. There were two things that I did on the side when we split up it real quick. I went to get that pig for bringing back, right? But I also did a lot of reconnoitering to try to learn more in the underworld about this Sandville Trent guy to see if he was like legit. He seems to come out of town. He seems to leave town a lot. Like, you know, maybe he'll have guards, but maybe he'll go solo. So he seems to be a little bit of a badass, but also, you know, I don't know if I trust him. So
See him fight. He's a badass. Let's not shortchange the man.
Yeah, he's the best fighter we got right now. So
His ass is definitely better than
which
yours.
worries me because I don't think we have the upper hand, and in my opinion, I always have to have the upper hand. So that's one thing on the side. The other thing on the side was I wanted to try to contact like the Thieves Guild, like my Thieves Guild, to basically find out if we would have a use for a creature that could dispose of unwanted people, like if we ran into another one of these plant people or plant creatures.
And I wasn't able to train him to do our bidding, so.
No, but I think if we run into another one, and I did not share this group on purpose, was to think, we might be able to lead him back to town in a controlled way rather than just wanton destruction, have him work for the guild to get rid of unwanted people. That might be a way to kill two birds with one stone, you know.
Or several thousand birds.
Well, yeah, but I was worried about, that's why I attacked him, because I didn't want him to go and just do wanton and destruction through the town.
Sure.
I want to
that's why
rule a
you're trying.
town. I want to rule a town. I don't want everyone killed. It's very
Sure,
different.
that's why you attacked him.
Town to rule.
I'm a very special kind of evil, like Vivian from the Young Ones. This takes a very special blend of psychology and extreme violence.
Vivian wasn't evil. Vivian was just violent. Mike was evil.
That's true.
Mike was evil. That's fair.
That's true.
That is a good assessment.
Viva
Let him
la
do the business.
Presidente!
And then Rick was the socialist.
Right.
Ha ha ha! Missed both my legs.
So after we killed the plant man, we looted the room, we decided to go about exploring and checking out more things in the space. Kiernan discovered that there were 2 slimy, creepy weirdos in a room. And so we went to go fight it. We tried to acid splash it. That didn't work because they were resistant, because they're all gooey. But we were able to finally kill them. We killed them dead because
They blew up in our
somehow
face.
we were able to throw weapons into these slimy, goopy thingies, and they were like, "This has messed up our structural integrity." And then after that, they kind of exploded all over us. Kiernan was able to brace himself and save himself from being damaged by all of that goop landing on all of us. And some of us took some pretty heavy damage. And that was where we ended.
It's true. Most of the
damage. Your tiger, you, Alexander took a bunch of damage. Basically, everyone's hurt except for Kiernan at this point. Basically,
Yeah.
Since most of the party is leaking, do we wish to rest or go back to town?
See, it's a waste of red food right there.
Red room.
Oh, poor brain buddy.
Red room. Red room. Red room.
Buddy. Haven't you just got
We
here?
just got here, yeah. So we might still need to rest a
Literally
little.
just got here.
I mean, I
Maybe
could
you
always.
could just rest somewhere else, like down here.
So we're still in the same. Okay, so I am newish. We're like 9 sessions in, but still learning as we go. So
Very well.
for my spells, I have cure light wounds, but we're still in the same day. So I've only.
Oh, you rested. You rested when Connie O'Bain, when you took him back. You
Yeah.
I
rested.
don't think you
All your
cast
spells are back.
anything. I don't think you cast anything yet after this rest.
Cleared your spell. Congratulations, I just did it for you.
Oh, sorry, I accidentally checked it again, and now I'm trying to uncheck.
Bam!
I was gonna hit it at the same time you did. Sorry.
Hit the X.
All right, hit
X.
the X, and that's what we'll take it away. Cool.
X. It'll flip the whole
I
line.
mean, like, I could help everybody out a little bit, maybe, if I roll well, and I'm totally okay with that if we want to hang out in the area.
Can you hear dogs barking?
Yes,
Love
but
it.
it's not bad. It's not like it's coming over you, and it's okay. Tell them I love
Juniper.
them.
But
Tell
if you listen,
Juniper
It's
I'll be
Juniper.
there
if
as
you
soon
listen
as
to
I
the
can.
barking real closely, you can hear them talking to you.
I don't want to hear Tyrael talking. Tyrael goes,
Is animal husbandry something I can do?
"Hey guys, how's it going?"
Yeah, I've got dogs behind me too now.
I mean, I do have handle animal. Bring Juniper in here.
You gonna handle her? I mean, she's got to give consent, right?
I don't know if dogs act that way. There's lots of hunting in the forests.
Oh, they
I
are
have herds of deer behind me in my property, and I don't think there's a whole lot of consent going on back there.
I have a cat in front of me. I have a cat to the left of me, and I have wine to the right of me. It's pretty good.
That sounds like you're living it good. I gotta say.
does.
We do
There's
have
there's actually a proper fire over there.
So I've been sitting here for like an hour and a half.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a quick timeout. T is for toilet. I mean, T is for timeout.
tequila.
Is for bio break.
Yes, it's like, hey, Whit, how much do you spend on a bottle of wine? Oh, 20 minutes.
God, that's right. I'm trying to buy $2 Chuck, so I can.
Apparently, we need to buy Whit a bucket and send it to. I was just going to say, it's time I started the Secret Santa for the site again.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like a win.
Actually, I'm a little bit late, but we're migrating, so I don't want to put anything on the old site space because then it'll vanish.
Oh,
You make it
I
sound
ju-
like that migration's going to happen soon or something.
It is, it's done. We just need to things moving some details of things, and then we can switch the DNS, and we'll be on the new server.
yep. Now just
Hashtag saving money. Hashtag massive site is massive.
Yeah. we will be.
Gigabytes.
Are you hosting
600
stuff?
gig
Are you,
of
host,
audio.
are you
files.
hosting stuff into like intelligent distribution S3 buckets or something? Or
Oh, this is literally just 600 gig of audio files.
well, that's not as much as I thought there would be.
Really? Think about it. 600 gigabytes of just audio.
Oh, I know that's quite a bit, but I thought it was more.
And some of it's lower rate MB.
Yeah, I gotta remember back in the day, some of the audio files were only 20 meg
True.
because they were tiny and terrible. Now they're big, but back then they were small.
I just realized I had my crossbow macro set to apply my strength.
What? You cheater!
That was giving me a
He's used it twice and he's missed all the times.
that was giving me a -2 to damage.
Crossbows. I was gonna say, don't.
Oh, so actually you were shortchanging yourself.
Yeah, because Alexander is weak.
It's like the gamers. I'm gonna backstab with a ballista. Can't do that.
We're in the rules to say that.
I still think The Gamers is one of the most inspired kind of genre pieces for role playing. It's spectacular.
Amazing.
Well,
The first Gamers is amazing.
They just nailed so many of the tropes in that first one. It was
They did it so well. It was super good. Everyone should watch it, especially if they're new people to D&D, because it's important to know this.
And the ones that, and the ones they
It's
missed.
called The Gamers.
Mhm.
And the tropes
I
that
think
they
you can
missed,
find it.
like bards suck, was covered in the second one.
Yeah.
I think you can find it.
Why do bards suck? Is it because they have to play music to summon their what?
Oh,
Just-
it's amazing.
Watch it.
Yeah.
I don't even want to ruin it for you and the listeners. It's
Oh.
let's just say that there was a rod of resurrection and there was piles of bard bodies. Let's just leave it at that.
Is it on Amazon?
It's on Amazon. I think it's slowly disappearing off YouTube because they're having trouble with it, but it's free to stream off the Fantasy Network.
Oh, it is.
Right.
Okay.
And what is it called
We'll
again?
watch
It's
it
just
when-
called The Gamers.
The Gamers.
The gamers,
Okay,
and then the second
what's
one is
that
the
now?
Gamers Rising.
Yeah.
And then there's the third one,
Oh, Hands of Fate, right?
Hand of Fate. I
Which
have them
makes me
all
think
on
Manos, but
I have them all on my nerd shelf of DVDs over here.
Yeah.
yeah, I've got 2 or 3 signed
Yeah.
copies up there.
Wow. It's rated really
Yeah,
well.
look at you.
7.1 out of 10 on IMDb. Ooh.
What? 1 out of
Yeah,
10.
no, trust me, it's much better than 1 out of 10.
Oh my God, that's
That's what the nerds think of
that's
it.
a atrocity.
The Gamers is
Battlefield
2006
Earth got more than 1 out of
written by
10.
Matt Vansel and produced by independent movie company Dead Gentleman Productions. It is an
That would be it.
spoof
Oh yeah,
of
those guys are all really nice blokes. I mean, I
Oh yeah.
met them when they were like nobodies at con in Milwaukee their first year out, and it was like they were really approachable guys, and I keep seeing them all the time. I'm convinced a couple of those actors though have made pacts with the devil or drink the blood of virgins or something, because they look like the same. Like from 25 years ago, I first met them, and they look the same, and I'm like, you haven't aged at all. And it's like I'm.
Well, it's because Brian Lewis is the human chin, really.
So I don't think that I look that young. I am 30. I don't. But today I was at somebody's I was at a dorm student apartment watching somebody's cat, and I got
Really? A student can pay for you to watch their cat.
Yep. and I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I
I'm
go
not
over there and I
saying
cuddle
you
this
can
cute
pay with
floofy
that.
cat, and I'm like, I'm okay that you're a music major. Yay! I'm gonna play with your cat.
And a music major. This is where our tax dollars go.
Apparently so.
So I got into the elevator and I'm the two people that step in, it's a little girl. She looks like she's around my son's age, so around 11. And
So a
everybody's gonna
sophomore in
12
college.
next week, which is kind of the equivalent in my mind, really. And then her dad, and they're carrying boxes, and I make a joke, and I went, "Oh, so are you a new student here at the University of Denver, or DU, whatever, Denver."
That's where you live.
The fucking
There was an alternate name.
and the dad just goes, "Oh no," and I was like, "That was a joke. I hope you don't." What the? And like immediately I got conscious about it. I was like, "Do I look like a dumb student? I thought I was making a parent joke," and I'm so upset.
All right. So do you want a Kleenex for those tears? When was the last time you were carded?
Oh my
Yeah,
god! I was like,
1998 for me. Okay.
I felt so
1998.
stupid. I was like, I'm never
I
making
get car-
a joke again.
I get carded and I'm high as a kite for a week. I'm like, yay! They
Exactly.
carded me.
That's the thing. Anytime anybody cards me, I'm like, thank you. And I tell them that, like, literally, because it's like, if you think I'm a baby, thank you. And if you think I'm an old fart and you're still carding me because you have to, also thank you, because fucking thank you for carding me. But we do live in like a major party city for like little college kids. I guess
Yes,
none
you
of them
do.
actually think that I'm like,
Yeah, here's
I
your
don't know, I
here's
feel
your
like all the fucking gray hair gives it away.
all
No,
the gray
I can't
hair.
remember how old you are.
Yeah, you've got like, you know, Odin over here and Santa Claus in the window next to you, and yeah, you have gray hair.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Yeah, right.
Look
Oh,
at it.
you're just
Your sparkly
you're just-
highlights, yeah.
yeah, you're just Angela Lansbury. Yeah, you just pack it in, you know. Hot flashes
No,
start in an hour or two.
If I'm going to be compared to anybody old, I want to be compared to Jane Fonda. Just saying.
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
33, I think.
Seriously?
Right?
I never thought you were that old.
Yeah, I have a bullet injury older than that.
I have a bullet injury older than that. That's funny.
Oh God. No, yeah, I was born in April of '86, so I'm 33.
that
Ouch.
was my sophomore year.
Yeah, that was my graduating year for high school.
Yeah, there you are. So you can show us your gray and we raise you, you know, horns and you know,
Horns, hemorrhoids.
like, the gout.
Raise me hemorrhoids and prostate checks. Woo!
Hey, some of us like the thumb. Just saying.
You get the thumb? Ooh.
It's like, you know, he says, hey, where should I put my pen? Over there by mine. What?
Is that a butt thing?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do you want it to be a butt thing?
back to the game.
That's only
What are you going to do? Are you resting here? Are you healing here?
Well, if we go through your spells with, I don't know, you don't necessarily need to rely on them in combat. It's your call if you want to trudge on, but then you'll be out of spells.
We also have like 4 cure light wounds potions, but we might want to hold on to those for.
Yeah, those are for dire emergencies if people are falling combat, I think, right? Oh, by the way,
And
who
just
holds? Who has?
You guys as a group need to save up for a cure light wand. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, well, I could make one once I get to the appropriate level, so to take that feat, you know.
That's true of everyone, but for right now, it's a good investment.
Yeah, I was the only one that had lots of money, and I spent a lot of it. So.
Hey, on hookers and blow.
Okay.
What's that?
On hookers and blow.
Your sound's cutting out.
Hookers and blow.
You spent your money on hookers and
That's
blow.
true. I do have the hedonist fit.
I spent some of my money on a mule that barely appears in this adventure, you know.
That's what he's called. Barely appears in this adventure.
No, he's called Artax because you will not dare kill Artax.
Not until you cross some wasteland where there's some quicksand, and then unfortunately he'll slip in.
Exactly.
Well, you know, but that's one of the things that when I was growing up, all of those television episodes, Blazing Saddles, Gilligan's Island, everybody had quicksand, and it did not prepare me for an adult because I thought quicksand was a much more prevalent thing. In real life, like everybody almost died from quicksand. I become an adult and I'm like, I have yet in real life to see one thing of quicksand, and I've been on practically every continent on the planet, all
And
over the place.
Real quicksand isn't that quick.
Yeah.
Where is it?
There's like one pool of it, and everyone's like, "Fuck, we need to tell everyone about this. Tell the children."
Oh,
The only time I was worried about something that might be quicksand, we were more worried about poison darts coming out of the trees from tribes of Aborigines. But quicksand was kind of like on the side concern. It wasn't really worried more about the giant snakes and poison darts.
That sounds like Indiana Jones to me.
Just about. A lot less museum work.
Well, he didn't really put much in a museum for all the shouting about it, did he? Really?
It belongs in a museum that will pay me for it.
Yeah, but it's going to end up in a crate in a government warehouse.
For a long, long time.
That could be a museum, as far as you know, just not one you're involved in.
Thing will appreciate this. Mutant Crawl Classics in the future.
Mm-hmm.
There was an adventure that I was starting to help write a little bit that was essentially a giant warehouse. And it was like the Ark of the Covenant warehouse, basically, and all this stuff, for people.
Steve Jackson Games had a warehouse generator for random items for that.
Oh, awesome.
A house generator.
I do very much love Indiana Jones.
So
about it.
Tatia, did you want to heal up? I can take first watch, but I don't think there's enough healing to go around. Everyone's pretty hurt. Well,
I mean,
we rest up for the night where we are, like set up camp, rest up, and
this room seems to be secure at this point. We can lock it.
That, or we could go to the room where Brain Buddy lived, because that's also pretty defensible. And
that's got 2 doors. That's got 2 doors. This room's got 1 door.
Right, but anybody who knows the area might know not to go there because their brain goes funny when they get near.
As opposed to guys that sludge and blow up. No one's been in this room for sure. No one's come here. I'm not opposed. I just like the idea of 1 door as opposed to 2.
Unless, to metagame, because we ran across russet mold, there could be vegapygmies about, since there's plant-based creatures here.
Vegapygmies. Okay, you're all in this room because I made you go there.
Poof.
Oh, railroad.
So you have like a technical related.
Yeah, you go in here.
Can she spontaneously cast healing spells, or does she have to actually pick?
She can cast whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah, she's like a sorcerer.
Oh, okay, that's right.
So up to her limit for the day, she can cast Cure Light all she likes.
Oh, and that was going to be my question from a technical side. So sorry I'm asking this. I know that I am allowed to use my spells a certain number of times that's also equal to my level.
No, it's equal to the number of times per day. If you actually look on your spell sheet, see where it says level 1? See where it says prepare 0 of 5? You don't prepare spells, you just cast them. So you can cast 5 level 1 spells each day.
Hold on. Oh, are you talking about on the left where it says known?
Nope, I'm talking about on the right where it says prepared.
No,
so
like
you could know 20 spells, but you're only able to cast 5 per day.
Oh, hold on. Okay. So there's prepared, and it's 0-5, and what that means is that I can use up to 5 spells, and I could use 4 Cure Light wounds, but then I only have 1 of the others left to use. That's what that means. Gotcha. Okay.
Or you could cast 5 Cure Light, so you could cast 1 of each.
Okay.
That's
so
one of the great
I don't really want to. I guess that would be kind of a waste of Cure Light wounds. Then, if are we able to rest up for a little bit and then?
But you could cast them, rest up, and then you would get them back.
I'm coming back. I hit the back button on my mouse again.
That does
apparently,
make a lot of sense.
Well, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, like, if you want it, that's the better order to do it, right?
I agree. That sounds really smart. It's kind of like
Because otherwise, you go to sleep with
People
a full
out at the
contingent
end
of
of
spells.
magic with another card that they weren't expecting. No, I totally get it. Yeah.
Or someone would tear it up and
Yeah.
sprinkle it on the board. Like,
Now, when you get to your
Cute.
second level spells, when you get actually your second level spells, you get different points for first and second, and you can spend the second level spell points on first level spells, but not vice versa. It's like having pennies and nickels, and you can spend the nickels to buy things with the pennies, but you get no change. Just count as a penny when you spend them on the penny, so you can't,
Shit, that's incredibly insightful.
Nice. Cool. Yeah.
It's a good explanation. Although I don't see your video on any of my screens. You just look like you're very cultured in a library with a drink.
Well, then
that's-
let's just cast a fuckload of Cure Light Wounds while we're waiting on Alexander to reapparate.
Who are you,
bam.
who are you healing?
That's actually at the Owl and Thistle pub in Seattle.
I want to go there. Dane. When I come to visit you next, you're taking me there.
Okay, it's really near the
What's that
ferry dock,
deal
which
we
is
call-
convenient.
Yeah, we need to do a road trip there, all of us.
Oh yeah, we should all go see Thing in
We
Seattle.
can have Whit there with the magic card between there, like there, and then
Yay!
we'll all have the drinks. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Good. Well, it's easy. Bill can drive to Wits, and we can pick you all up. Hang on. what's
I'm
going
actually
on
gonna be
here? Hold
I'm gonna be
on.
driving right past Wits. I'm gonna be driving all the way to New for our
How the
Philmont.
hell are you driving
Our-
to Mexico?
We're doing a trip to Philmont for the Scouts this summer, and we're gonna be going to Mount Rushmore, to Devil's Tower, to Grand Canyon. We're gonna be hitting Crazy Horse. We're gonna be going to all these different places. We're gonna be going through. I want to say we're gonna be hitting through Colorado Springs.
That's
Ooh.
right by Wit.
That's right. There you are.
Yay! But if it's in the summertime,
Your audio cut out. What happened?
What
Oh.
are you in the summertime?
well, Evan is done with his residency at the end of May.
Oh.
And then we will see what adventure awaits.
Dun-dun.
Adventure.
I'm going on an adventure.
Well, if you
Could
guys
we
come out
do
this
it
way, I'll take you on the
somewhere
same brewery
else?
tour I took Hal on.
So, Wit just cast like 50 spells, but Wit, you need to tell us who you're casting them on
I just
before
felt like
you
hitting
roll.
the button.
I know. Okay,
That-
so who are you casting?
Push the button.
Who
Push
are you
it real
casting
good.
I'm
first? one
really excited. I was like, God damn it, nobody pay
up?
attention to me.
That's your somatic component. I'm going to cast you.
Who are you
All
carrying?
right, so
All right, so yes, I know. I think that's a good idea. Let's go ahead and do that. Rest up, and then I can do shit again. So
who are you healing? So right
let's
now,
do
what I
it
see
in alphabetical order.
Seriously, that's your way of dealing with things is alphabetical.
Fent-
That's very organized.
Fent is first,
Someone who,
so I get the first one.
No.
Fent
there's
is
someone
first.
who follows the
I need
progressive
to actually
genes,
zoom in
alphabetical
on
order
us
is
and see
pretty
where everybody is
organized.
sitting at right now because I think okay, so I'll do
Fent is first in the
pick a
alphabet.
word.
I go first.
well, I guess I'll go with my kitty first.
Sure.
Gonna heal the kitty. That's a good idea. Roll it.
Totally makes sense. You would do the kitty first.
They
7
got-
hit points
they have
for
a
the
bond.
kitty. Is that 7 hit points for the
points.
kitty? 7 hit points takes him to a 10. There he is. He's better than he was.
Okay, and then do I need to move next to y'all? 1, 2.
Well, no, we don't need to worry about that. Just meta that. Like,
Okay.
we're all
Look
chatting around a
around.
campfire. Some of us go pee. Some of us go cook some food. Some of us, yeah.
All
It
right.
is your
I'll
touch to deal with,
do
but you know.
Alexander next.
Ooh.
Do it.
When I think of your healing, I touch myself.
Oh,
Alexander is fully healed.
I am.
Yay! And then I'm
Boy.
gonna go hang out with Buligup for a little bit.
15
So
out.
hopefully.
Look up.
So how far does that tongue come out?
Oh.
An 8. Yes, you will.
Pitching of all. What?
That's an 8 overall. Hey, you're looking pretty good.
Yeah.
You
And
should heal
then
yourself with.
I am. That's who's next. Mwah!
And we don't really see what Sandville has, right?
Sandville is at roughly half hit points.
So
You only
he's
need
at he's at a cool 50 then, or
right. He's down to a cool.
yeah, you
50.
chip bastard! You're lying to us, you is.
He's probably got all sorts of, hemochem and stuff on him that he's not telling us about. Yeah.
That's right. He's also a robot and a terrible assassin
got
droid.
purple mushrooms with red.
Well, as an
polka
agent
dots.
of the Technic League, I expect him to have some, things up
I
his sleeve.
love how you think he's an agent of the Technic League.
Everyone is, until they're proven
Right,
not.
right? That's the way. That's the way to be
Everyone is
super
guilty
paranoid
until
about
proven
it.
Guilty until proven innocent, right?
Everyone's guilty until proven guilty, according to Alexander.
So
Well-
I'm gonna go saunter over to saunter. No, where do I want? I'm gonna go.
Sachet.
Sachet.
I believe it's
Sachet.
Sachet.
I'm gonna go sachet up to Sandville and be like, "Hey, baby, let me use my healing touch on you."
Oh, okay.
Cal, can you look up the rules for coup de grace when someone's sleeping? Just asking for a friend.
Sure, it's the same as coup de grace when someone's unconscious.
There you go. Okay, cool. So, like nighttime, Sandville kind of, I don't know,
Sure.
has a heart attack by accident because he's an old guy.
Sure. Did you just heal him for 7 there, Whit? He's happy
I
with
did.
that. Thank you.
I did.
That makes it harder for me to win your love because 7 more hit points I got to get through now. Thanks.
Were
She
you
makes
guys
him work for
resting
it.
here?
Remember, you twist it a little bit and it makes it harder to heal.
Are you guys resting here?
Yeah.
Why am I looking at Whit's healing?
She's
She
cold.
ran
Wandering
away.
around.
She forgot that she opened the window in Colorado.
I have a sorcerer robe.
What is that?
I call it my
Oh.
sorcerer robe, but that's not what it is. It's a robe,
Constellations?
Oh,
zodiac shit on it.
it's not that cool thing that ThinkGeek did, where you could like move your arms and like different spells came
Oh
out.
no,
of it.
that's pretty cool. That's
No, I've got that on the shelf over here. The Technomancer hoodie.
I want
dude. Why don't you
I want
wear that shit? Go put it on right now.
Yeah.
Hey, you cast spells.
That's
for
a
me.
maze ball. I want to get one. Like
I was gonna say I wanted that so hard, but totally not justified.
I do not profess to
Oh my
understand.
god, he has the Technomancer hoodie.
It does. That's the shit right there. Do it. Do it. Peer pressure.
Uh,
Unleash your maximum
They just live-
nerdage.
No,
I feel
the
thing
late cool thing that I
that has
purchased.
photos between the piles of cool stuff he owns.
Well, he already pulled the Glenlivet out from the bottom of the. Oh, no, that was the red breast you had.
Whoops.
Are we putting the Technomancer hoodie
He
on?
is, which is
I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. I want to watch it. I want to watch him cast spells.
Cow.
I want to watch the spells.
This is
Spells for
actually
me.
the outfit you helped me buy. I wanted to have like a
oh,
shoes.
that's cute. That looks just like a slipper, only smaller.
It's like a little
I think
Oh,
my 11-year-old
is that-
daughter has bigger feet than that.
I like major savings point. So kids, a youth size 6 is the equivalent of a women's size 7.5. So I can wear a kid's size. And so I buy the kids shoes because if you get the kids Converse, they're like 20 or 30 bucks cheaper. Like they're always cheaper in the kids shoes, even though they're the same fracking size. And so like
I like wear a 12 or a 13. I'm not gonna.
Hang on, I'm just going to inject it. I want to be there when Bill meets Wit because I think Wit's going to come up to around Bill's knees.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Oi, this is one of the little people there, lad.
oh
Where's your pot of gold, lass?
on the little people you've been talking about.
I had a team, my team from India contingent that came in, and I'm in my office and I'm working, and they come in. Oh, hey, Bill, we're here, and we just like to meet you. And I stood up. Oh, hey, nice to meet you. They all went like deer in the headlights, like, holy shit. They literally like leaned back and went like that. Like they came up to my rib cage.
That's super funny.
I'm very used to people being taller than me. Like both my brother and sister are younger than me and taller than me significantly. And so everybody that meets my sister and I are like, "Oh, you're the younger sister." And I'm like, "No."
So have you checked out the size of the mailman or the milkman? Just asking, I was curious.
My mother is shorter than I don't know
Okay.
where my brother and sister got it. They must
So we don't even ask Hal his height because
We don't even
he's
know.
European. You know, I
I
had
have
to.
no idea.
I'm average. That's what Europeans are.
He's in metric.
He's in metric.
That's true. I'm in meters.
How many centimeters are you, lad?
I'm a few centimeters tall. I'm not as tall as you, but then I didn't get all the hormones in the meat.
That's right, exactly.
You just got the mad cow.
I had you.
It's like
I had U of
my
M
mom is 5.
for about 5 years.
My
I had
mom is-
U of M hospital
Your
monitoring
mom is
me
5 foot fucking adorable.
She is. She's 5'2", and they went to Indonesia, and she felt like a massive giant.
What?
Just like a story of like
Oh.
Singapore. She walked around Singapore, and apparently she could like see over the heads of everybody. And she's
Well,
5'2", and she's like, "I love it here."
It was some.
Love her
It was some.
so much.
It was some Jonathan. It was some Jonathan Swift Lilliput shit when I was there. So that,
Really?
yeah, they
We were just like,
I kept hearing a lot of Godzilla. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
How tall are
I
you
just like to say we're
exactly?
very
6'6"?
focused today.
6'7".
So I can't be blamed for this because I finished this bottle of wine.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Are you bragging? I'm confused.
I'm just
Did you
saying,
just start it?
wrong.
Beer left.
So what I'm here what I heard from that thing was I didn't hear I finished a bottle of wine. I heard Leah's gonna be pissed. That's what I heard.
No, she won't.
Oh, why?
She's got a
That's
well-stocked
not why
liquor
I'm
cabinet. She's
Let's
just
see what we're
fine.
She'll just
She
upgrade to
needs to drink.
stuff.
She knows
Sorry,
where to go.
Since we started doing keto, we have 9 bottles of mead on the rack.
Oh, nice.
Right, because that's sugar.
Mead? That's
So
like
Hal,
sugar.
I'm gonna be down there
yeah.
in December if you need anybody to help. Bottles.
Wait, I have mead, all kinds of
If
flavors.
you're not gonna be there, just give me the code to the door. I will come in and I will help myself.
But all seriousness, well, I guess we'll take that off camera. I was wondering if you were congealing on where to target your next place to live. If you're going to try in Houston or somewhere else.
Oh,
yeah.
We would love to be back in Houston. Texas is way more affordable than Denver, and Denver is just full of a bunch of rich assholes and like pothead college students.
As opposed to the poor assholes and college students in Houston.
Yeah.
We have good steak, good barbecue, and good Tex-Mex.
And guns. We were talking about guns before, so yeah, you got that too.
You have a lot of those. Currently, I'm setting a house with 8 of them. And I don't know how to shoot a single one of them. And that makes me very happy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you and I are on the same boat. My husband has his license. I will never know the code to the safe. Own one. Because, you know, I take medication for anxiety, and I think that's a terrible idea. Like, yes, let's give a person that's medicated a gun.
Yeah. Well, and then there's me who's been shooting since he was 6 and has been a certified marksman for decades and helped train SWAT. So it's like,
See, that's the thing with Leah. She was a gunner's mate in the Navy, so she knows how to use all this stuff.
But she doesn't know how to use normal weapons. She was like, I was talking to a Navy friend of mine. Oh yeah, like how many confirmed and unconfirmed kills you have? And I told, oh, I've got about 1,800 to 2,500. What do you mean 1,800 to 2,500? What? Oh yeah, he's like he was in missile pods, and he like pushes a button, and it's like that counts. I'm like, that's cheating. It's like I felt like Gimli. It still only counts as one. Like, I was up close and personal. That doesn't count. You're cheating. You're like you're none of that Nintendo video game bullshit.
That's why you should only count with a knife or a fist.
Somebody who played hockey and then talking to somebody who played soccer and then played. Hold on, foosball. What is the ball game?
Right, foosball.
Which ball game?
What I'm talking about, right?
The soccer foosball.
Air hockey.
Oh
air
yeah,
hockey
air hockey
and real hockey. What are you talking about?
Looks like her 2-buck chuck is catching up, so we better get moving on this.
All right, let's get
Leah is a gunner's mate, so she dealt with small arms, not the big guns.
50 cals or yeah.
Well, stuff you can carry.
Oh,
Which
sweet.
makes
Yeah.
me happy. Has she shown you
Oh,
the
she has-
picture of my gunner in Borderlands?
No.
Mose? Oh, she's so cool. And I'm like, I'm playing as pictures. And I'm like, hey, Mose looks really cool. She's like you. And so I get to control you in a video game. That's not weird. I love you.
Oh, you said that, right? Yes, your character in Borderlands looks like Leah.
Yes. Hold on.
That's
I
pretty
probably.
funny.
Well, I'm not even going to bother.
No,
with
that's not creepy at all.
It's a bit creepy, but it's okay. Which you need to play Elder Scrolls Online because I'm playing it again on the PC.
But I'm playing on Xbox.
Oh, Hal,
Oh, I have PC.
Hal, let's sign up.
You're playing
Thing.
on the Xbox through the PC? Is what you just said?
No, it doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you're on. Okay, well, I'm not gonna play it on PC. My entire computer will just it'll shit and die.
Turn all the graphics down so things just appear out of nowhere.
Thing, let's sign up for Elder Scrolls. Thing, let's.
Good.
My
And
entire
then I could play
characters
with
are
you.
built up on close range combat, so yeah.
Everyone should sign up for Elder Scrolls Online because I like it.
And
'cause it's-
everybody that signs up for Elder Scrolls Online, everyone make your toon look exactly like Hal. They'll all be part of the same guild.
So you want it to be
Right.
4'2".
Your Xbox guy looks exactly like you. It's
There you go.
fucking
Right?
nuts.
I'm
It's
I'm just going to
crazy.
throw it out there. But I really hate people, so I don't guild with anyone because fuck that.
Except
And I have all my mic shit turned off because fuck that
I
shit.
understand that 100%.
I absolutely turn it off anytime I'm in a Oh my god. I'm sorry, but it sounds like I'm listening to a bunch of 13-year-old boys that just learned how to insult each other. And it's just like, it's so bad. Sometimes it's funny to listen to, but then they're like, oh, you're a girl character. You must be a girl. And I'm like, what if I'm not?
Sometimes on the internet,
You be like where the kids are in our area of town. Somehow Yo Mama jokes have come back. Yo Mama's so fat each in a different zip code.
I love Yo Mama jokes. Oh, we have so much fun coming up with them. Those are knock jokes.
Yeah, that's all.
knock knock yo mama.
So,
Yo, knock Yo Mama who?
holy shit.
I'll keep up on
Okay.
Elder Scrolls, but it's been really hard because I've been just super obsessed with playing Borderlands since it came.
That's okay. We have to play it on the PC so I can play with you. Otherwise, it's not.
Oh, that's
I
right. It
thought-
doesn't cross platform.
Oh.
Yeah.
Borderlands 2 isn't, but I thought Borderlands 3 was cross-platform.
But Elder Scrolls is not.
Elder
Scrolls
Scrolls
isn't,
isn't.
though.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know about
So-
Borderlands, but Borderlands I don't think is on PC or it's not on Steam yet because everybody.
Hey, let's roll some dice, people.
Yes!
Sorry. All right.
Sorry.
So you spent the spell points. Are people good to continue, or do we want to rest? I'm
think
fine going on.
I think we're still gonna rest, right? And we could also potentially loot this room. I don't think we had time to last game.
Searched it already.
We did?
Yep.
You did.
Oh, I'm ding dong. Sorry.
Yeah, we've got the one conference roomy room across the hall left on the north half of this map.
Did I just lose Bill? Oh, he's back.
No, I was trying to reconnect. I was getting connection bitching from Roll20. So.
Oh, yes.
I'm pretty good to continue, but I think Wit's about out of spells now.
But she doesn't use them in combat, so we might be all right. But still,
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, very rarely at least, unless it's like an undead.
So I have been through this corridor down here to the south.
Right. We just haven't been in that room directly north of that.
True, but I'm just letting you know that this is safe as far as when I had gone through before.
Yeah, I mean, we all came back that way with Sandville when the elevator was.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a whole lot of movement in between rooms. It almost seems like everything we've been to so far has been trapped in the room that we've encountered them in. So we might be okay traversing. We just have to be careful when we open up doors. And I think we're okay. But
Okay.
It's easy for me to
Yeah,
say.
not much wandering, at least so far.
Yeah, so I vote we go across the hall and clear things out. A lot of ruckus
going
with the
Across
explosions.
the hall to clear things out.
Well, we are trying to do rescue
You're
missions.
saying,
We don't know how many more
okay,
people
that
have.
door.
Yeah, we don't know how many more people have been taken, or like we think Sandville, or not Sandville. Conyer Bain had indicated the rest of his group was killed, so he seemed to be pretty much. I don't know if we're going to find anybody else in this part.
Well, eventually we might run into the pink-haired lady and her.
They
Whoever
went
she's
through.
with.
They went through the other doorways far north.
Right, so they're probably on the next level, or.
I don't know if
something.
they're in this section at all because when we came in, the doors went divergent, and we're in a section. And we've already checked the northern part of this cavern and had seen no avenue back to the room where the skulls are. Skulks? Skulks. Yeah. So I think we're in a separate area entirely. I don't think we're going to run. Of course, then.
Do you want to cross? Are you looking in the room across the way?
I think that sounds wise.
Want to maneuver thyself into position
Sure.
prior to opening the door?
I have not had success listening through these thick metal doors, so I'm not gonna. I mean, just metagaming, I'm not gonna bother because I think that it's futile. But I will be stepping to the side, swiping the key card, and seeing if there's anything in there. Like I'm gonna be readying an action to see if it's another one of those medical droids with the frickin' stabbies or whatever. It's like I'm not.
Droids.
But we also haven't seen like deliberate traps. This is like an area people actually worked and lived in and needed to be able to open doors without killing themselves potentially.
You got it. I haven't seen anything to the contrary. Pretty good. So I don't want to. Tatia is using her oracle powers of text messaging at the moment, so I don't know if she's.
I forgot to tweet. The whole reason I got for this.
She actually has a Twitter. Although you are tweeting all kinds of things now, so I think you're quite
Literally,
enjoying Twitter.
it's an excuse to hashtag stuff because apparently hashtagging is how you get rando attention.
Mm-hmm.
That is apparently how that
She's
works,
apparently not
actually.
getting enough attention with us, Lunar. So.
Yep.
Right, we should talk to Evan.
Hash
Apparently
brown
not getting enough
selfie.
attention. Okay.
She still hasn't.
So you ready?
Go ahead.
You open the door. I have a description. Congratulations. Welcome to role playing at 1 hour 17 minutes. Good work,
Sick
people.
pay.
2 circular metal tables and several chairs fill the bulk of this room. Metal cabinets sit against the walls, while the north stands a large machine with glowing panels on its surface. The air in this room feels unusually warm.
I think we found the microwave.
I was just gonna say, why don't you use your radiation detector? Don't you have it?
Yeah, we got a time worn one, and it'll like burn a charge, but I'm pretty sure we'd feel sick if there was radiation already.
Well, why don't you test that out? That's a good theory.
Don't you have a Geiger counter?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
we
said
got
that. But he says it's
What?
going to use a charge. I'm like, okay, well, I'd rather, I don't know, melt my innards, but you know.
Melt thy innards.
All right, I will attempt to use the time worn radiation detector.
You have the same feat that I have, where you can roll twice to take the better, right? Okay.
You're gonna have to roll on time worn then, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. That's
He gets to do it twice, like me. He gets to roll twice and take the better.
How does time worn work? There's a 20% chance of a glitch. Is that right?
Oh man, you're.
Put time worn in your. Oh, there it is. Time worn. Time worn technology. There's a 50% chance when the item is first used after a month or more of inactivity. So let's say roll us a dice, and the lower half is it's bad. We're rolling.
I forgot a space.
Alexander is typing.
59.
Alexander rolled up. Okay, you're good. It works. You scan the room with the radiation detector, and it does not record anything that would be considered to be above a standard background radiation.
All right. I believe we are safe-ish in this room.
But it records multiple signals of something called xenomorphs coming inward. No.
It's right on top of you.
Bing, 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 bing,
I took you literally until you said.
All right, so let's. I'll move in. I mean, if he's saying it's all clear, I'll move in. Check out to see if there's nothing. I have my weapons out, of course, making sure there's nothing gonna crawl out from underneath these freaking tables.
Sorry.
All right, let's see what's at this terminal. Is it another one of those things where it's like half powered on and kind of sort of showing words but freaking out, or?
There's a lot of heat coming from the north side panel. It seems like at some point it's like a set of boxes, and in the back there's like a heating element, and the heating element is basically just constantly on.
Oh,
heating the
It's
whole
like
room.
a toaster oven that's gone like. Is there like a toaster strudel in there for Pillsbury?
Yup.
yeah, metagame, this is probably the break room, and that's the microwave or something, but toaster oven.
Ooh, sweet! I brought ramen.
Well, since you didn't immediately get attacked, I'll move in and start rummaging through the cabinets.
Perception checks, please.
Roger, Roger.
All of us.
Everyone, if you want to search the room.
My kitty doesn't have to, right?
No, he doesn't have to.
21 to perceive.
21. That's pretty good.
Androids are perceptive.
So, in the cupboards, you find 100 or more small tubes.
Ooh.
Ooh, are they Glenlivet tabs?
Goo tube.
Like
They could
so they
be.
look like paint tubes.
They look like small.
vials.
They look like travel toothpaste tubes.
Okay.
Astronaut food.
Like goo
Yeah.
tubes. What's called in this system as goo tubes.
Mmm.
Goo tubes are a form of preserved food. A single goo tube is a malleable cylinder with a cap on one end that is opened and squeezed. The colorful, goopy contents are extruded. Although the texture and appearance of this goo is unappetizing, the paste is actually quite tasty and comes in a mind-boggling assortment of flavors. A symbol on the side of the tube often grants a clue as to what flavor it might contain, but these symbols can sometimes be counterintuitive. The contents of a single goo tube can provide nourishment for a day for one medium-sized creature.
Awesome. Rations.
So that's all of your needs for any kind of rations for basically this entire adventure path. What the hell is going on here?
Except they're like, 1,000-year-old rations, so they might be,
Maybe, yeah. Vecna just disappeared.
He keeps crashing out for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
What's the status of Craig? Is he still all right?
It's okay.
Okay.
Craig will tell you if he's not okay.
Willie, really?
Yeah, Vecna's having problems with his connection to Twitch, apparently. Not Twitch, to Roll20.
Yeah, Twitch rebooted, but it looks okay now.
It's worrisome.
Okay, so we are all set with rations.
Indeed.
How many total were there again? I didn't hear.
100, I believe.
120 unopened.
And one tube is good for 1 day of food, no matter what our size or anything. Cool.
But I didn't hear the total. I heard 100 and I heard 20.
120.
Cool.
120. Okay.
So how many each then?
two
Alexander, you eat, right?
Yes. I both require and somewhat enjoy nourishment.
Especially
we should count. We should count everybody in that, including the cat. So we have a total of 6. So 20 each.
Cat going to eat goo tube?
I don't know. Is he?
6?
I do not know. My fire's going out.
Do we want to just divide these up amongst us immediately, or you want to?
divide? Yeah, I'd like to divide it up so we don't forget about it. Divide it up by 5 then.
Okay. So that's what, 25 each?
24, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
$24 each.
Yo.
Goo tubes. Yeah, welcome to the goo tube.
So gooey.
The rations of Numeria. I can't remember which one's right.
Hey, it's not gonna melt the skin off of our bones, is it? Yeah, bastard
Maybe.
DM.
Well, once we spice yours up with a little numenarian fluid, you know.
That's right. Get it extra gooey. Yum yum. All right.
So, what are you doing? This room otherwise is empty and contains nothing else of interest other than goo tubes.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell the rest of the group that I had passed by a couple of doors on this side of the elevator, and another couple doors that were on this side of the elevator. Basically, telling them about these doors.
You're looking to the south.
It depends on where they want to go, right? Like if they want to go east, I tell them about these 2 doors because I had seen these before. I had passed them, right? I didn't open them.
Sure.
Well, we all came through that central corridor
No.
when we brought Cornier Bane back.
That's true.
And when we fled the
But you
Medroid
didn't,
the first
right?
time.
But that's true. But you didn't go through this one, right?
No,
saw
we
it,
did because we came from the Medroids straight across the.
Ah, right. Okay. So we can do that, or we can I'm basically not metagaming at all because I don't know what's inside these rooms.
I think we found Cornier in this room down here. So if we do this room, we'll finish off this quadrant, and then we can start exploring this quadrant down here.
I like it. Let's do that. Same memo. I'm going to be over here to the side.
Is there a control near that hot panel that would like turn it on or off or anything apparently, or?
You could probably turn them off if you wanted to. You have a technologist feat, right?
Yeah.
You could probably turn it off without much of a problem.
Okay. Just seems wasteful to leave the heater on.
No, it's an Android hippie, is it? Save the planet.
Wasteful.
Peace and vegetable rights.
We need all the power to relight the torch and possibly charge our batteries.
Okay, Wally.
Wally. Eva.
So,
okay, I'm about to assault the loo.
Insulting.
It does look like.
Well, but I'm not metagaming. I don't know what it is.
Number.
It could be the armory for all I know. I don't know.
I thought it was washing machines for like a split second.
It does have a room number, so I guess it has things in it.
Hey, if that's where you wash your clothes, you do you, Tatia.
You face the monster from the bog.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
There's baby
Should we
Ruth
bring
Kitty.
Buligup people down?
Are you opening the door?
Well, not until I have support. I'm by myself with Alexander. No offense, Alexander. You're good artillery. Not good in the front end fight, right?
I think he's good in the front end fight.
Correct.
Buligup has arrived.
6.
Sandville has arrived.
All right. So I do the Star Trek somatic component and verbal component of and the door opens. All right.
Okay. So, 4 narrow stalls take up the south portion of this room. These doors, they're doors and partitions not quite reaching the tiled floor or ceiling above. The 5th door stands to the west, while a strange metal basin protrudes from the wall immediately to the east of the entrance.
Oh.
A font?
Oh. Okay, never mind. Done. All right. I'm gonna immediately go
nice.
to.
that's
I'm
classy.
gonna do the door over here.
Okay, you open the door. There is a flat area with what is like a hole in the floor with a grate over it, and above you there is some kind of nozzle.
Some kind of decontamination thing or something my feeble brain is gonna assume.
That's right.
'Cause
It's definitely
why
not
would
just
you-
a shower.
Because why would you wash yourself? That's just wrong.
I mean, that's a weird place for a shower, honestly.
No, it's not. In a bathroom?
Well, but
Really?
I'm trying to be like there aren't showers in my world, so I'm like it's some kind
Right.
of like
I
way
mean,
that
you
they
could be
just
in the shower while 4 people are taking a shit. That's an awful place for a shower.
Well, did
It's
you
a worse
ever
place
live
for a
in
rolling room.
dorm?
where's your shower in your house at? Mine's not too far from the
Yeah.
True, but while I'm in
My
it,
shower
no
is
one's
right next
taking
to
a
my
shit.
toilet.
I mean I could in a pinch use my washing machine if I really, really wanted to.
Ew.
Or your sink.
I've peed in a sink.
Okay, that's on the internet forever now.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. I'm sorry, everybody's toilet I've ever peed in at a house party.
She's Wit, sink beer.
And for those of you on Twitch, you can schedule Wit's appearance at your Christmas parties by all you need is a cute pet and a URL address for her to contact.
That's right. She'll totally come round to your house and look after your dogs for money.
Oh God. Can I go in and just like kick one of the doors real hard?
Yeah, sure. It opens and there's some kind of container with water in it, and then the door slams closed again.
Okay. Boring.
So, Sandville, have you explored these places before?
No. I don't know what this is.
But have you?
Maybe some kind of place for people to relieve themselves, like like a latrine.
Are you talking about an outhouse? But it's not outside.
It's an in-house.
Yes.
But where does it? Oh, wait. You mean that maybe that's? Well, maybe that's why that
it's
lower
really
level is disabled in the elevator because all of that goes down there.
Well, you
Let's
just
go
have it
up
go to a
the
bag of
elevator.
devouring.
Don't go down the elevator. Let's go up the elevator.
Well, the we've seen like absolutely no trace of magic in any of these places besides what people have brought in. It's like the people that
Well, I don't know.
originally built this or used it.
You tell me. You're the Fingle-Wagglers. Cast Detect Magic.
I do have
Single
to take
waggle.
magic.
Well, where's Detect Magic? Ooh. I don't know.
But
I'll cast Detect Magic.
I know two things about magic emanations. Jack and
none.
shit.
That's the same amount of spells I've got right now.
I'm Batman.
Heck, that's not true. You have a full... I thought you rested. Didn't you have a full complement?
Did we rest?
We didn't rest. We started right off after she cast the
rest.
spells. We continued.
Okay, so she's fully out.
Yep.
Except for her orisons.
Yeah, I'm all done.
You can still hit stuff with your star knife.
Well,
Well, yeah.
the mace is more hitty.
Well, you can use your orisons because they're free.
Yeah.
I'll cast Detect Magic, although I expect none because these people seem to have not used magic at all. Like they build complex devices to work in the place of magic, like they didn't know magic.
So are
or
you
just
going
didn't
to
see use for it.
are you going to detect magic poop? There might be something flushed down there. Every video game has some kind of like
I'm just
magical defecation
you
ring.
Kick a toilet in Borderlands, you get money.
I'm just saying, I've got dibs on any magical toiletries. To say,
And if there was jars, we could break them and get rupees. But I'm betting if I cast Detect Magic, I will find nada here because they don't appear to use magic.
How? I don't think I've ever seen a toilet in Elf.
In what?
In Elder Scrolls, have you ever seen a toilet?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think anybody takes a shit in that game.
I think they just do it in the rivers.
That's why there's
No.
so many wars and everyone's uptight. There's no bran in people's diets.
You don't go to the potty. You just explode when you turn 30.
There you go. Well, Logan's Run, that beeping red, it means like it's time for,
Exactly.
yeah. The fountain of youth is secretly X-Lax, just saying.
How did we got back around?
That's right.
Our
We broke wit again. All right.
We're not old.
Oh,
Yeah.
now that the toilet humor's done and we're all refreshed.
So, was there anything detected though? Because you could leave that running concentration-wise for a bit and just kind of cast around.
Yeah.
I think what you said is right though. We kind of took this eastern half and sort of, rolled it. Like we kind of done a number on it and checked a lot of things on it already.
Yeah.
I don't know if we really investigated these medical beds too much for fear of them cutting us.
Well, we
to-
didn't try and climb on them, but we searched all the cabinetry around there and stuff because those were still active, and we were worried if you got on them, they would like operate.
Well, I wasn't gonna camp on them and have a snooze. Have a bit of a lie-in. No, I didn't want to be eviscerated. I was about I don't think we tried to reprogram or find out what was going on, but I think ultimately it was trying to improve biological life forms. I think someone was saying, and
Well,
killing
perhaps
them as a result.
as an originally maybe, but I'm guessing because I'm guessing this is like the science area, and because we had the desert area, and then the hidden room that looked out upon it, like the people were studying the people in the desert, and this looks like medical, like where they were maybe doing medical tests or repairing those people.
Right.
So I'm guessing
It seemed like those medical droids were like, oh, there's hurt people that we just smashed into pulp. We better take them to the sick bay to get fixed.
Well, and then they took Connor Bain and flooded him with nanites, either to try and upgrade him or to try and figure out how he worked and messed him up.
I mean, to be fair, I think we can still assume it's medical because last I looked, Connor Bain did not have 4 arms like the aliens that are native here, right? Because I think everything that
True.
we've seen seems to be like they're humanoid, but they have 4 arms. So
Well, the ones in the desert did. The robots didn't all have that. They were more.
no, but the things we've seen on the video screens in here, and we saw some like video loops of things in the past that were, and even some of the zombies that have been in here have all had the 4 arms. And we've seen bas relief and I thought pictures or something of things that have 4 arms. So I believe the humanoids that were native to this building or whatever we're in were humanoid, had 4 arms, were different than us, but everything in here is programmed to, oh, you're like Master. Master has 4 arms. Oh gosh, you've got 2 arms that were ripped off. I'm so sorry. Here, let's stick these 2 more arms on you. And then
No,
fucking you all up.
no, because the suit of armor we found only had 2 arms. I think the people that lived in this part were vaguely humanoid shaped.
That's a good point.
They were studying the 4-armed creatures that lived in the desert. There was the illusionary wall hologram keeping them from seeing the doorway into this section where the people that study them live. So they would probably take them back here either to fix them or experiment upon them in these medical chambers.
So the 2-armed bipedals were the masters, and these 4 arms were some kind of subservient creature race that kind of fell upon this place, or they came afterwards.
Or they were just being studied or raised or experimented on.
Interesting.
I
Okay,
mean, the people on this level could be masters or the servants of masters on another level too. You don't know, but
okay. Well, we still have a couple of doors we haven't gone through. I think, except for this south door. Dun dun dun. Speak, friend, and enter. Get
You're
Very
heading south?
Can't
thin
see.
writing.
Can't see. Too thin.
Thinking about south, are we?
Healing potion. Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be right back.
What the hell are you drinking now?
I think this is Christmas
I think-
Krupnik.
I think this is.
I think it's Christmas Krupnik from last year because it's kind of cinnamony flavored.
It looks like balsamic vinegar. I think he's like an alcoholic or something.
It looks like balsamic vinegar.
It's like, oh, it's some special
I
place from Medina. That's it.
Are you heading towards this southern area?
Yes. Like we already know what's in these. What's in this room, obviously,
Yeah.
but we
You got
don't
the
know
room full
what's
of
this
leaves.
door.
Got the room full of leaves and that laser cannony thing, and
And I would. Well, let me move my guy. Actually, I'm going to be here, and I'm going to stealth over here. I'm going to look around the corner down that hallway over here.
The corridor itself is completely empty and appears to be a dead end.
Okay, good. Because I didn't know. It could have been another one of those fucking medical droids. They have bitch slapped me twice. I've seen 2, and they've kicked my shit both times. So I'm going to look
right.
for
But you
medical
got we
droids.
got anesthetic from that you used to try and poison the brain, buddy.
True.
Buddy.
So what was that exactly? You got food for him, then you attempted to poison him, and then you decided to kill him.
Yeah. So what's your point? What's your question?
Well, my question is, when do we make this mode switch between
Well, the thing is that
help
we were.
and harm?
What we did is we fed him to placate him and to discuss like, hey, like, what do you want to do? Well, then he started to talk. Well, let's leave. Hey, that's a great idea. Let's leave. But then he was like, well, how do I feed more? Can I eat people like you? Can I eat people like in town? And then we were like, well, no, you don't do that. Why? Well, because it's wrong. It's like, well, and then he started to just leave to go to town.
So
And
if
he started talking about wanting to like eat everyone in town, and it was like, no, sorry.
so if a young new mind of your race doesn't immediately learn the lesson, you kill it.
Actually,
Understand.
you've got it. That's right. If they don't follow my direct order, they die. Simple. What's wrong with that?
I think it's pretty horrible. I tried to coax him otherwise, and I
I'm
told-
looking out for the best interests of the town, and he was counter to that, so he had to be removed. I don't see the problem here.
Okay, I will keep an eye out for if you ever turn against the interests of the town or the party.
Or
Well,
if
of course I wouldn't. Why would I? Why would I?
I think he's
You guys-
joined the Technic League.
You guys, no, those guys, they're counter to the interests of humans, right? So we got to be careful with them.
No, they're largely humans. They're counter to the interests of my people, for one.
Yeah.
Well, but hey, you're one of my compatriots. I'll protect you just like I would protect anybody. I'd even protect the kitty with my life. Kitty's not a person, but hey, it's part of the group. We stick together, right? But Samuel Trent is not part of the group technically, so I don't have to. That's just between you and me, but he hasn't proven himself to me yet. But I don't know.
That's
He might still die of lead poisoning or.
Lead.
But maybe not. Probably not.
So it looks like you're actually amassing to actually do something today. What would you like to do?
Well, I was thinking we would want to try to check out this southern door. I don't know. Just do it systematically, or do you guys have a rhyme or a reason?
I
I'll go move in with you.
keep moving clockwise around the.
Sandville will move in as well. Wait, you coming?
I am coming. Wait.
You're not even breathing hard.
Tatia's got a bottle of wine in her hand. Oh my god!
I didn't
$2
mean
Chuck.
it.
$2 Chuck. Who's Chuck? Chuck is a great bard and sage of our age.
I love him.
Oh, man.
Okay, so same MO. I'll be to the side, and I'll like stretch my arm out, swipe the key card, and like if a
Alrighty.
giant ballista bolt doesn't come flying out, I'll peek.
The twang. Okay, hold on.
If a ballista bolt does fly out, Buligup and Alexander might have a problem, but I don't know. Might have a bad day.
Hold on.
I feel so bad because usually my strong suit is magic, and there's just so much technology here.
Are you
Well, but the thing
ready?
is a lot of this technology might register as magic, right? I don't know. You could still.
So you pop the door.
Oh, Hal, one quick thing.
The
Just so Whit, just so you
Yes.
know, you're quote out of spells, but you're out of first level spells. All your 0 level spells you can cast as often as you want.
Correctamundo.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you remembered, so you're.
a lot of Wit's first level spells are very utility, I think, because she's a cleric-y type class.
Yeah.
That's why acid
I'm
splash
a
a lot.
do-goody bitch. It's okay. I like it that way.
But zeros are still. I don't know what zeros you have, but they're still pretty helpful. Detect magic.
What do you have at 0, Wit?
Pardon?
What spells do you have at 0
To
level?
read down the list.
Oh, she's got a list.
I've got a
There's a
list.
list.
Ooh, back up, sister.
It's not a big list. It's a very small list.
It's like 5.
It's not how big of a list you have, Hal. It's what
And
you
it's
do with
pretty
it.
cool. There's at least I know there's like stabilize and detect magic. There's light. I can create light, mending, and enhanced diplomacy. So I can argue very well.
Well, if we ever diplomatize, that'll come in handy.
Those are good. There's nothing. Yeah, those are awesome spells.
But not right now.
But you can have detect magic running. Just so you know, you can have it running as like a background thing. So your only penalty is like half move because you're scanning and concentrating on it. So you could have that actively
So I
going
get
if you suspect something was a need for it. But right now, but
Shall we get to a room description now? You pop the
yeah,
door?
sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a we swipe the door and we have a conversation. Everything kills us.
That's okay. The air in this room is unusually warm and moist, with a thin, pale vapor of mist clinging to the ceiling, causing the lighted panels to diffuse and become muted. Condensation runs down the walls, along with a riot of unusual brown and dull green vegetation. The moist, thick-stemmed plants and vines grow out of long earth-filled troughs along the wall, while a tall column of plant matter extends like a tree trunk from a circular planter in the middle of the room to spread a network of vines across the mist-shrouded ceiling. A low humming sound fills the air. Welcome. Welcome. All right, while you're here, let's do blah, 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 blah.
Well, you're saying welcome. I mean,
Welcome. Hold on. Let me.
Well, remember, it's like your token.
Hang on. Removing. Poof. Clear. Let's go.
Alexander is 7 speedy.
7 speedy.
yeah, Andre, arriba, yeah. All right.
Speedy.
Oh, God, bastard. I have like a huge initiative bonus, and I've been rolling shite. All right. Still, I beat the wizard.
Oh,
So there are 5 creatures in this room.
Oh, it's good that I follow the great god Monsanto, and I can kill all vegetation.
Sandville and the and Nicodemus will go rushing in because they're going to be the fastest. Or wait, he's on Tasha's. That's right.
Hang on. I'm busy popping people onto layers. Hold on. The biggest issues with this goddamn system.
He's trying to layer us. What?
Layering you.
I feel so
Just
violated.
lie back and enjoy it. Just think of England.
That's
I don't know how I'm American.
Well, you can think of I don't know what Americans think of.
Fingers and mash.
As soon as I think of England, I just think of all
Fingers
these.
and mash, fish and chips, Doctor
just-
Who.
I just think of all these men in red coats
Spice
in a
Girls.
line.
Thank you so much for the Spice Girls and Lily Allen. Oh my God,
Lily
I just
Allen.
love her.
Holy shit, Lily
I
Allen.
fucking love that bitch.
Funny.
Fuck
And Alfie
you,
Allen, of course.
fuck you very much.
You know who her brother is, right?
No. I just know
It's,
she's like the daughter of some other, I think they were like actors or somebody famous.
Yeah, her dad's famous too. But her brother is the guy who plays what's he called in Game of Thrones? The guy who gets his knob cut off.
Oh,
The eunuch.
Thingy Greyjoy.
Yeah, yes. But
Littlefinger
Theon.
von
Whitney
Winterbottom.
was the nickname they had for him.
Theon.
Oh,
Theon Greyjoy.
poor thing. Well,
Yep, that's her brother.
ooh, well, her brother's cute.
Bill, hold on,
Veggie
I need to pull it
pygmies.
up and-
Aw.
Veggie
I know.
pygmies.
His character broke my heart.
Who? Theon's.
Yeah.
Did you not read the book?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't. Oh no.
Oh, Buligup.
He broke my heart because in the show he like redeemed himself, and I won't say anything else.
Okay. Spoiler alert. Hello.
Spoiler!
That first spoiler was like a mid-season spoiler or mid-season,
Himself by regrowing his penis.
huh?
Well, I don't know. Is that a roll on the Numenarian flute table? I don't know. You ever...
Holy shit, my veggie pygmies are first. So you open the door and you're immediately assaulted by a small creature made of plant matter that moves.
All hail Monsanto.
Alrighty, they're going. Veggie pygmies. God, I have too many things to run. It's really terrible. It swings at you with its claws.
Swings at whom?
That's a good question. You opened the door, but there's three
Well,
possible
but I've
targets.
been to the side. That's been my MO.
All right, you're a 1. Buligup is a 2, and Tatia is a 3.
On what?
It's going for you, Kiernan.
Oh, typical.
It just dashes out and swishes at you with its claws.
Seize my holy symbol of Monsanto.
I could never actually.
Well, you right?
Oh, it misses me. I use my somatic component of. All right.
1, 2, 3. This one, another one moves forward to the door and takes a swing at you.
I would get cover, right? A little bit.
How
'cause
do
he's-
we see
Look at the little cover.
these thingy stats and stuff in?
And will miss you. What'd you say, Whit?
How do we see these little creatures' stats and everything?
What do you mean?
You
Like,
don't.
if I
Well,
want to look
we
at
don't. We don't. I mean, that's metagaming. Like, it's secret. We don't know what they can do.
Oh.
Like, they could have 5 hit points or 500 hit points. We don't know. So if we start getting the floor mopped with us, like if I get hit once and die, you guys might be like, oh, maybe we should
I
run.
just thought I was being dumb every time that we fought, and I couldn't figure that out. Now I know I'm not supposed to know, and I feel a lot less stupid.
Yeah.
You can make a knowledge check to try and see if you know something about them sometime.
That's true. You could do that.
Ooh, and you.
They all start to crowd around.
But
you.
I only have.
crowd
I'm
around the
proficient in,
entrance.
or I'm awesome with knowledge and ability, which probably wouldn't help me with them.
Knowledge and ability.
I'm good with the arcane and the engineering, but
Nice.
I'm moderate with
you
geography.
Tatia,
But
she
if we
has a
if we
royal
could
background, but she's like,
if we could focus on the combat where I'm being killed here,
it's all
Well,
about.
yeah, but
it is
No, I'm
about
just
me.
kidding.
I've
So
still got a
Somebody
flesh wall
is
between me and
Let's
them.
Yeah.
save some people, okay? Let me.
All right, that was my creatures. We now have Buligup going.
But how the second one, did that one get an attack off or?
Attacked you, but it didn't hit.
Okay,
So,
It got a 10.
right. I wanted to
If it
acknowledge
moved-
that I don't think its second attack went off because it moved, right?
Its second attack didn't go off.
Okay.
Okay,
It's set to attack with 2 claws, but it only gets both claws when it doesn't move.
So
right.
this-
That's what I wanted to check.
Just to make sure I'm understanding this correctly, the second one, so the guy that's diagonal to you on these, I
Right.
guess,
He attacked me as well.
Yes.
He moved up and
because
attacked
he's
me as
touching you
well.
technically diagonally.
Right, but I
Correct.
get cover because he's going around a corner door. But
It's irrelevant who missed anyway,
Right.
but yes.
Okay,
well,
so
I was explaining to her.
So now,
if you get cover then,
right.
if you're getting cover from the door, then does his attack even matter? What does the cover do? Does it add
It
like
gives me a plus to my AC essentially.
It does. It increases. It decreases the chance to hit
how is that determined?
Just
by
it's
the
a rule.
fact that there's cover, and I decide that there's cover.
Okay, so you did cover the or you determined
If we were in an open room and he was diagonal, any cover. But because there's a door here and he's kind of going around the door jamb to attack me, there's a wall here protecting me, right?
So I get
Right.
that, but it was how we determine the amount of like a bonus that you.
That's a table. That's a rule that Hal would say. It's like +2 for partial cover, which is what this would be. +4 if I was like halfway covered of a wall, and it might be complete
Right.
cover if I'm like behind a wall. Like the whole wall is protecting me. So it's like 3 different grades of cover, kind of, sort of. And this is like a
Mhm.
door jam, and I'm next to the door, so I'm fully exposed. But he kind of has to reach around the door to get me.
Okay,
So
cool.
it's a little bit harder, but not too hard. That
Okay,
help?
cool. Thank you.
Too bad I don't have like a good line fireball spell type thing.
Well,
I-
that sounds like a problem with your programming. You need to turn that shit to 11. We need to flip that switch and turn a jumper cable, and there you go. Like when Thor hit Iron Man with the lightning and overloaded his systems, and yeah, there you go. That's what we need to do to you. We need to jolt you with lightning bolt. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's 130.
Tatia, get on that. Learn that spell and jumper cable him. There you go.
There we go. I'm gonna get right on that.
Turn it to 11. All right. So next is Buligup, and he does stabby with. Does he go rapier or does he stab the guy behind?
He short hafts his glaive and takes a stab at the guy in front of him.
Wait, I see a bunch of metal
Oh.
plates. He's robotic. Get him, Buligup.
22 to hit and an 8 for damage.
Oh shit! He got
Ow.
next level. He got buff, man.
Hold on,
The
now
thing
we
is-
figure out just how badass these guys are.
Well, I haven't seen him do
Pretty
more than
good.
2 damage yet. So he's like, are you sure his favorite enemy's not fungal creatures?
The thing just literally gets cleaven in twain and collapses to the ground.
Oh yes.
Are they
Mushrooms.
making it?
And it's you.
Mushrooms do not belong on pizza. All right.
Are they making any kind of noise like they have language or
They're kind of chittering, but yes, you don't understand what they're saying.
So I'm gonna stabby both of them, both these guys.
Both.
So I don't know. I don't know if
Both.
if sneak works on these guys at all.
Sneak will not work because they're currently in combat and they can see you.
Oh, derp. Yeah, I'm stupid. Yep, they already moved. they moved. That was my fault.
They moved. Everybody
Does
moved. They were first.
15 hit.
A 15 is a miss.
Oh, sup. All right, so I cannot do a 5-foot step anymore, right? Or can I?
You can. You just attacked. You can also move if you wish.
I'm going to do a 5-foot step to not provoke an attack of opportunity.
You're heading away or into combat?
Away.
Out of combat.
retreating?
Well, I'm going to wait to see if he comes in and I can come in, right?
Well, yeah, if he closes with you, yes, that's fair. Okay, Alexander, there's creatures pouring out of this room.
I guess I will
They
acid
look
splash
like
over Buligup.
little people made of vines.
I will acid splash over Buligup's shoulder at the first one.
I'm going to say, show him a
Great.
pizza. It's a symbol of fear to these guys. They think they're on a pizza.
Holy snotburgers.
Oh, crit confirm. Holy shit, good work. So that's 5 damage
Wow.
total. Right?
Is that right? Is that 5 damage total or 3? I guess it's 5
Right, so
damage
yeah,
total.
well
You're right.
it's double the dice and it's 1 to 3 each, right? So
Right.
Yeah.
Let me check this.
or actually wait a minute. I think that might be because the second one is he rolled a 1. So the second one might be the total crit damage.
The total, that's what I'm thinking. The second one is the total.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
because
remember
it
how
would,
that
it would be
macros.
it would be 2 die 3, and the fact that it's red would be a 1.
Yeah.
So
1 and
2
a
plus
2.
1
Yeah.
is a 3. Do you agree, Thing? I don't want to nerf
Yeah.
you, man.
No, that looks to be the case from what I can see from the macro.
You hit it with a good solid attack. It splashes backwards. It is not killed, but it is unwell.
It's because it's a fungus. It's vulnerable to acid, right?
Is it though?
It's a Peter North money shot right to the face. It's not dead.
Sure.
I'm gonna ceviche this bitch.
Take it all. That's his.
Tatia, it's you.
Yay!
What you gonna do?
Son.
So can I move right here and attack that guy?
Sure, I will let you move there.
Okay.
That's sufficient
Okay.
space.
And then I want to swing at that mope.
With your
I can
It's
go
awesome.
with my
She's
morning
got-
star, right?
So as previously explained, because it's in the doorway, it's going to get cover from you, but you'll probably hit it anyway.
So can I use the? Should I?
Maybe.
I can't use the star knife, right?
Why not?
Could
Sure.
I?
Yeah.
You can, but the star
Yeah.
knife can be ranged or stabby, but it
But
does.
more importantly, the star knife is her preferred weapon of her
Oh,
deity.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it does less damage, but if it's preferred weapon of your deity, that's totally makes sense. Well, you could have used the star knife from where you were then.
Sure, you could have thrown
Yeah,
it, but then she
I'm
only
really
has
shitty
one.
at anything ranged right now.
Shitty at range.
I'm like, I pretend I look real cool with these star knives, but that doesn't mean I really know how to use them yet.
The ultimate aim for your character is to get a returning star knife.
So,
So when you throw it, it appears back in your hand.
so I guess I'm gonna whap her. Can I do the melee?
Yes? What are you hitting it with?
My star knife?
Do it. Roll it.
But wouldn't the morning star do technically potentially more damage?
A choice. Go with your god or go with the rules. Morningstar, 22 to hit.
That was a good
10 damage.
give up your god. Give up your gods.
Oh,
Follow the one
Give
I
up
follow.
your god.
Seriously, become an oracle. Become an oracle of my god. We could totally be palsies, BFFs. There's even a pinky promise spell I could teach you.
You need to survive to get a big enough level so you can honor your god properly.
Yeah.
Oh, that felt good. Okay, so then since I moved and I swung, I'm done and my kitty goes now.
Correct. Where's he going?
Kitty has, what is his speed? Will cover that. Can
He's
he
got
get
enough.
into the 1, 2, 3? Yeah,
Ooh,
he's gonna
right.
come in here and he is going to.
So your cat is charging into the room.
Old kitty. Gonna feed the plants.
And okay. Because I never bothered to open up his sheet before this.
Of course, this does make him plug the doorway, so they all have to fight through him to get to us.
Is that necessarily a bad thing?
Not
Nope.
for us.
Once I get out my bow. It's gonna get sticky.
Well, if you're going to be pulling out your bow, I'm going to be like, hey man, it looks like you're pulling out your bow. Do you want Kitty to get out of the way? Do you want him to offer a little assist? What would you like?
Well, I mean, we're talking out of turn, but if he's going to be there, I'm not going to be able to get in melee, which is just fine by me. I will shoot over him, but it's going to be at a minus. But it's better. It's better than me being up close and deadly. Let the cat be up close and deadly, but I'm not going to tell you that.
We appreciate and honor his sacrifice.
That is how I see it too. I love you, Nikki.
I look at the cat as a proprietor of a Chinese restaurant.
You know what? Whenever it comes down to
Very
it, this
good,
is my
but
animal
expendable.
companion, but I need to do what is best for everyone, and sometimes that takes a little sacrifice. And so Nicodemus is going to go up, and he is going to take a bite. No, we're going to use claws.
You can only do one claw, and the bite does more damage, FYI. So I don't know what the plus is.
I can't do both claws because I've done a move. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So
So then I will do
one
bite.
claw or one bite. So that was
Okay.
Bite hits, and the bite kills one of the creatures.
You're welcome.
And he gets an uncharacteristic taste of mushrooms, mushroom
He
flesh.
turns around and looks at me with this bubbly eyes.
It gets really big, like Super Mario Brothers. But he gets an extra life. Awesome.
We look at it and suddenly it's like Hypnotoad.
Takes the Buligup and assumes a defensive position.
All right.
So he's ready for an attack coming in.
Our intelligent plants were.
At that point, we're back to my creatures. Hold on 1 second. So many things to do. So many creatures.
Oh, wow.
Oh, whoa.
Creatures in the other room.
There's more creatures.
Bill's about to get flanked. I'm sorry, Kiernan.
Might well be.
Not flanked. They're not on the other side of me.
Once they come through that door there.
Uh-oh. No. You know what then?
Bring it.
Kitty and we're going to get on this bitch in the other room so that you don't get flanked.
Real. Oh, you've got a named one coming up.
Why is he not adding to his? Why is he not rolling initiative in?
What we can do
I'm
is
gonna have to add in.
what we can do is we can
Hang
start
on.
bouncing one of those grenades down the hallway, kind of like all hockey style, like racquetball. Ding 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 ding. Fire in the hole!
I could throw a soft grenade behind you because that's
Right.
only stun-y damage.
Marines, we are lead.
But in all literal sense, is that a thing we can do?
We got like 5 grenades. Seriously, like
We do?
yeah, like we have flash grenades, we have thump grenades for stunning, we have all sorts of fun stuff.
Is that on our party inventory list?
Yeah, but we haven't determined who's holding them, so really I wouldn't.
Yeah, we have 2 bang, a flash, a soft,
Grenades,
and
flash, soft. Okay, gotcha.
So the door behind Kiernan opens, and a creature made of vines and plant matter steps out. He's holding a glowing hammer.
Freaking, it's the plant Thor. Fuck this, man.
I knew there was a theme,
Looks
God
like
damn it.
this.
Oh shit, it's humanoid. Okay.
he's jacked. Well, yeah,
That
the
looks
pygmies.
like something in my green deck.
Hey, you know what? I'm proficient with hammer, so that shit is mine after I loot his corpse.
That shit is mine.
Oh,
I do
Mr.
look
Masterworks.
I think we just learned a little bit more about Kiernan.
All right, I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna raise my hand and go, guard, and just to dive into him. Oh shit. 27. That he's lit, man.
Oh, yeah,
But he used a move action to open a door and a move action to come out, so he's just looking at me mean. That's all he's doing.
He's gonna hit you. He's hitting you.
Really, he can attack me coming out the okay.
He's having a go. A 12 will miss you, I assume.
I would hope so.
Okay, then you're good. All right, moving on. My creatures.
Creatures.
If we were second level, I could do the defoliate spell.
Go here. 2 move in behind the one with the hammer.
Grenade! Grenade!
And I have 2 attacking the tiger. So 2 on the tiger. Let's see. Let's do the tiger first.
He's almost as ridiculous as
Yeah, so one gets a full attack action, the other one does
Tatia.
not.
So the first one is a full attack.
Oh,
That's going to be a 5 and a 20. I think the 20 will hit, so that will be 2 damage to the tiger. 2 damage on Nicodemus.
Just 2.
And
Whatever.
the second one is just the first of these
Tis
attacks.
but a scratch.
Yeah.
14
Oh,
hits him. Did you take his damage down?
no. I will.
Okay, I got it.
Ooh, critical
I got you.
critical miss. Does he hit his buddy?
That's the second one. He only did the first.
True story.
Yeah, right. Who'd have thought?
Damn.
Buligup.
I?
Buligup doesn't like any of this stuff. Buligup will move next to Kiernan. Oh, we can't do. Oh, we get 5 foot, and then he's going to extend his glaive and attack the creature with. He's going to attack the one with the hammer.
If he wants to grow larger behind me, I am fully in
22 to hit, but unfortunately only 2 to damage.
Hey, that's 2 more than I've done so far because he just came out.
How much damage?
2. Oh, you took 2 damage too. So
Okay.
you're down.
I did that already.
Oh, he already did it. So you're at 8. Put yourself at 8 total.
Oh, sorry. I thought
Total
I
of 8.
hadn't adjusted it at the beginning of the game. Whenever
No, I did it all. Everyone was happy.
he was at
You just put
He's
him at
at
8 and
8.
you're fine. There you go.
You good?
ha,
Buligup has gone. It is Kiernan who is trapped in combat with a bunch of things.
Right. So I do not have much in the way of specialness on, like, I don't have any of the thump grenades on me, so I'm just going to go at it with the short swords. I'm going to do both attacks on him. Ah, bastard. I am rolling shite today. Look at that. 11 and a 7 is a miss.
Pretty terrible.
Pretty terrible. All right.
I would try one of those flare guns we found, except for nobody's proficient with pistols.
Well,
Please shoot your friends in the back of the face.
my hair is on
Alexander,
fire!
I guess I will 5-foot step up and let's see. I guess I will try and acid splash the one that Nicodemus is engaged with.
thank you.
Okay, which one?
The one right in front of him.
Okay.
Is there
the one
some sort of penalty because he's having to go past Nicodemus, or is
He's firing into combat, so that means he's at -4 to hit.
okay?
Yeah, I just can't see any that are not in combat. So
But if you
I
move,
will.
Roll them.
if you moved up one more square, you would, but you don't have any
Well,
area. You don't have any AOE
yeah.
spells, right? Yeah.
Not at this point. Yeah. Well,
11 to hit is a total fail.
well,
Is that touch?
that is touch.
7 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed. You missed.
Can we go back to that room and take a
Back to that.
Well, I do not know if sleep would be effective on these people. But that is kind of AOE.
Son of a biddy, son of a biddy, son of a biddy gun.
yeah, folks.
All right.
Gotcha, it's you.
Yeah.
You.
You could star knife and throw this chuckle happy clown, but I think you're at -4, right? -4 for ranged into melee.
Yeah. My ranged is
And then you're without your star knife.
yeah.
Right.
Oh, she's only
Just
got
clattering
one.
And it doesn't return yet.
yet.
Yet?
If you want,
Well,
I would
I
recommend
used my
adding to
morning
it.
star. I haven't used my star knife yet.
Get to combat. There are people in the way.
Yeah.
You could 5-foot step behind your tiger and star knife in front of him with a ranged attack.
I mean, like that's really all I could do.
Right.
'Cause-
Or you could throw your star knife into the one in front of Bill over here.
Well, how far can the star knife go?
It's like 15, 20 feet before it becomes a problem.
Ranged. It is
Yeah, what's
critical
its
range 20 feet.
20 feet. So you can hit the one in front of Bill without a problem. After 20 feet, you start taking negatives to the range.
Yeah, they're both basically going to
You're
be
like-
-4 to hit off the top because they're in
I'm
melee.
just trying to figure out which one is like better strategy wise to go after. I mean, like I want to save Kitty, but I kind of feel like that bigger guy is going to be more of a problem, and we need to take care of as much of that as possible. And we're capable of moving away from this other guy. So I think I'm gonna do a ranged attack at the one that looks different than the others.
Yeah,
The one with the big glowing.
right.
hammer.
Yeah, like two mooks in front of
different than me.
yeah, 2 mooks in front of eviscerating Kitty is not that big of a deal, but giant mushroom Thor is going to be a problem, and he's gonna smite my melon.
Gonna try.
Result the ripped.
I think that I am going to do the best that I can then, and
Your star
I
knife
will
at
take my
mushroom
star
Thor.
knife and I'll be like, "Holy shit, girlfriend, work this magic for me," and I'm gonna get ready.
For Odin.
12 to hit. Your star knife vanishes down the
Chink,
corridor.
chink, 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 chink.
But it embeds in the
Clattering
head of
away.
this one behind it and
So
kills
I've
it.
got one star knife left. Ah!
2 star knives. That's pretty cool.
Well, it's not like
Okay.
arrows that are gonna like disintegrate or disappear or die.
What's your tiger doing?
My tiger is going to do exactly what he wants to, which is
Will attack everything around
It's
him
just
in a frenzy
a
of
crazy
death.
maniac because they are not giving him the catnip he wants. There we go. Okay.
Do it.
Da, 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 da.
It's full attack, so that's 2 claws and a bite. So I guess he's concentrating on the one in front of him for the minute.
So I'm going to use bite first.
Okay,
Yes.
go for it. 9 will miss. Claws. Claws.
Ooh,
That's a hit.
there's 2
He
claws.
slices
Yeah. Oh,
into
2
the
hits.
creature. He slices with both claws into the creature in front of him, but unfortunately, it doesn't actually seem to do anything.
God, bastard.
Can my cat start chewing on it because he likes grass?
Just like slicing at it, but like the bits of vine are just moving out of the way.
They're resistant to slashing.
Mm-hmm.
Sandal kind of sighs, looks at the situation, and just readies an action because he's kind of stuck where he is.
Oh, we didn't rest, did we?
Nope.
Nope.
No, because I used spells against the stupid brain plants, so I'm actually down a slot.
Yeah, you did. I have a creature. It's going to take a swing at Kiernan with its shiny hammer.
Humana.
It's so shiny hammer. It's at a negative to the shiny hammer.
Ooh,
Holy
Oh, shit.
fuck.
bong, kabong!
So 18 takes me out. I'm a -1 or -3.
Wow. Holy fuck, that's good damage. Okay, so that's a critical confirmed. Assume a 21
Yes.
hits you. So that's 18 total damage.
I
So
need
your
to get
next
to this
character
man and
is gonna-
stabilize him fast. Fuck!
Where are you on damage, dude?
-3.
Okay, you're not. Okay, that's good. You're not like way down.
You've
No,
got
okay,
a few rounds.
Smashed to the ground by a hammer.
Yeah, no shit.
That's a lot of damage. I have 2 Veggie Pygmies attacking the cat. Let's see. 2 claw attacks on the cat. 15, I think, misses Nicodemus. I have to look. Is that a miss on him?
Should be.
I think you're right. What's his armor class?
I
It's
think he's
reasonable.
close to 20, if I remember right.
His armor class is
He's
14.
got a good dex, but
Hey,
he's
what's the light level in this hallway out of
relatively well lit.
Okay.
The whole area is reasonably well lit by panels in the ceiling.
Okay, I asked because if it was dim light, I still have a 50% miss chance because of my racial power.
Oh no, it's not dim here. It's reasonably well
Okay,
lit.
that's why I was asking. I was just looking for whatever hope.
Well, you actually fired up a lot of the power in this thing, so most of the lighting is working.
Gotcha.
You're welcome.
All right, what do you say? Nicodemus is a miss. I have another Veggie Pygmy to attack him. What is his armor class?
14.
Oh,
I
then
thought it was
that's one
higher than
hit.
that.
That's a hit on him for 3. He takes 3 damage. So he's
What?
down at 5. The other 2 miss him. He's down at a 5. He's still good.
So-
2
so
2s.
so that guy rolled 2 natural ones. Is he like cut himself or kill his buddy or something?
Yeah, he's just like slicing his own
How
throat.
does he
with his
do
own hand.
damage to Nicodemus if he just like sliced his own bits off?
The first one
The
did
first
15,
one, the first
3
one,
points of
yeah, did
damage.
3 damage.
But it was attack 1. It was a
He
rolled
did
a
2 attacks, right? One attack was a 13 that missed,
Swipes.
but one was a 15 and hit with 3 damage.
Okay, I gotcha.
All right, it's Buligup. He currently has his glaive extended, so he keeps his range and he attacks the creature that is at distance.
If that guy closes, he'd still get like a attack of opportunity for closing, or
A 12 is going to miss. Buligup is done.
bastard.
Kiernan, you're dying, I believe. Does that mean you bleed for 1?
Because you roll for
But
stabilize.
is that the end of my turn? I forget. It's the end of
I
my
think so.
turn, right? So I did not do that at the end of my turn.
What
Well,
did
it
you
was my
do?
turn now. So shoot, don't I roll a straight die 20 and 10 or shit? How does that work? I don't
Or
know.
can't remember.
you're trying to stabilize at negative hit points, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not automatic, right? Like I get some roll.
No.
No, it's not automatic.
Say again?
It's not automatic. Hang on, it's been a while. I'm stuck in 5th edition D&D.
Yeah,
Hold on.
me too. Sorry.
Yeah.
Everybody's
so-
like, D&D's a big
I
thing.
should have been looking this up while you were doing stuff. My apologies.
This shit's messing up with my Pathfinder Zen. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Hold on. Dying. That's what you are. You're dying. That's what I need to look up. Oh, fuck off with your advertising. Don't show me that shit again. Just look up dying. Dying. Because that's what's happening. You're dying.
Yeah, so he's going to lose a hit point around unless he stabilizes. And then,
That's right. So he gets to roll to stabilize, right?
yeah. So anybody else can try and stabilize him for a heal check or without help.
Roll to stabilize, or you just continue to die.
Yeah, 10% chance to stabilize each round.
That's right. So, okay, so roll me a d10, and if you get a 1, you stabilize.
All right. Nope. So 1 minus 1, right?
Yep. So you got minus 1 hit point. So you're slowly dying. That's right. I remember now. We're good. It's not as. Hello, Weasley. Weasley's hungry.
Slowly
him now.
dying. So does that keep happening? Like, does he keep
Yep.
losing life?
Yep.
So is
Yep,
that can I
he dies.
stabilize him? I can stabilize him.
You
Yeah,
have a
it's a
spell that'll stabilize automatically.
You have to be next to him to cast it.
Okay.
Stabilize. You have to. Is that still touch though?
Buligup,
Stabilize?
Yeah.
we love you. Please get the fuck out of the way.
You got rounds. You can go. You can go to like -10 or maybe more if he's got a high constitution.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like gonna die instantly, but who's to say these guys aren't gonna like eat me or something?
Exactly.
Might eat you. Okay, where were we? That was you
That's
dying?
how Kiernan wanted to go out, is being eaten.
I think
Me too.
Alexander, you.
All right. The only ranged other spell I have is not going to be effective at this range and against these opponents. So I guess I will.
Don't you want a magic missile?
Well, maybe from.
You have a whole wand. We know that.
Oh, all right.
That
I suppose I suppose I can. I look around the corner and fire off the wand at the hammer guy, or
yes, because you're right at the corner. Yes, that's fine.
okay, and that's a level 3 magic missile.
So it's 2d4 plus 2. You're firing it at the little dude with the hammer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did I type S rather than D? Because they're right next to each other.
Well,
Because they
guys.
are right next to each other.
Right.
5 points.
5 damage. Your 2 bolts hit him, and he kind of staggers back just a touch and continues to come. He seems pretty buff for a little plant guy. Tatia, we're back to you.
Are they wearing like any clothing, holy symbols, or anything?
Nope, they're just plant people.
Okay. I had a thought, but no, never mind.
Where we going, Tatia?
Well, I saw Kiernan eat, and it made me hungry.
It's nice. You're literally walking to your kitchen right now.
Yep. Her companions
Hello.
are on the ground dying. Go get some victuals.
Whit's hungry. That's funny. What are you doing, Whit?
Well, what am I doing right now? Currently, I'm kind of blocked from doing a whole lot of stuff.
Why? Oh, your character. You could throw your remaining star knife.
Oh,
or
I thought
could
you were
have your-
talking about me or about my character. You're talking about me.
I'm talking about your character.
Oh, okay. You are talking about my character. I was like, I'm getting pineapple salsa. Duh.
Oh, yeah, right. What you gonna do? in that?
Yeah. No, my character is kind of stuck where she is. I can't really go through anybody.
So, do your cat first.
Okay, I can move my cat first.
Yes.
Good information to have.
You always have the option to move your animal companion first.
Okay. So if I can move kitty cat first,
Attack something with the cat. See if you can make some space.
I don't know what those children are listening to, but it's really fast and loud and electronic, and it scrambles my brain.
Children.
Okay, so kitty cat, I'm able to move after my attack.
No, you can just yes, you can.
Okay,
yes.
so then
Unless you full attack, in which case no, you can't.
so if I do a full attack, that is the bite and both
2
claws.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can
then-
5 foot with the full attack.
So then I would rather do a bite because it's more powerful, and then I'm gonna step back.
Goes.
Pardon?
So bite. See how it goes.
Okay. So Nicodemus, bite.
Oh.
That'll definitely hit. You going for the one in front of him?
Yes.
25 will hit, and it is piercing. So he does 3 piercing damage. It's still standing right now.
And then Kitty's gonna go meow.
Claws!
Meow.
Do it. Do it.
Do what?
Tasha, our tank medic.
Claw
What?
the shit out of it. 2 claws. Let's go. Claws.
Instead of moving back?
You've got no options. You've got nowhere he can move.
Oh, I thought I could move back to this spot right here. You let Tatia stand there.
But she's going to have to move through your space to do it, which is going to instigate an attack of opportunity from both of the targets next to him.
Hold on. If he moves here,
So to move to this location
They both
here,
get a chance to hit him.
through this one, which means he's going to move 10 feet, not 5.
oh, I
So he's
thought
gonna get a-
diagonal counted as 5.
No, look at the wall here. It's all diagonally and stuff. It's not a clean move to that diagonal. So he's currently here in front of the beasties. He would have to move into your space and then across to get to there, which is going to instigate an attack of opportunity. So I would suggest you just attack the monsters.
That makes sense. Okay, so we've done a bite, and then I can do the claws. Okay.
Oh,
Well, thank you for explaining that so beautifully.
you're welcome. And honestly, that's all down to the map itself, how those angles are. Oh, hello. Let's see what we're going on here. 15 will miss the venture pygmies.
So then the 12 will as well.
Both attacks miss. It's a shame, but it's true.
Darn!
Oh, and I was mistaken. I was looking up an old resource on the stabilization check. It's a DC 10 con check.
What? He's supposed to do a con check?
Yeah, it's a DC 10 con check.
I
to
thought it was
stabilize.
something like that. Okay, so it's 1d20 plus my, or no, do I roll under my con or do I roll 1d20 plus my con mod?
I think it's, yeah, plus your con
DC
mod.
10.
Con check, yeah.
Okay, so if I roll that, so
So
I
you
would have
missed
made
the-
it, so I get a hit point.
So you wouldn't have lost the hit point.
All right.
Okay.
And you're no
Does
longer
that mean
bleeding.
that means I'm no longer bleeding then, right?
No.
Oops.
Does that mean he stabilizes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or does that mean he just doesn't lose it?
Yeah, he stops taking the point around and just stays.
Oh, so he's just that's very nice, isn't it? They must have made it very nice.
That's not horrible. So at least I'm not bleeding out. So
Not until this guy smashes you in the face with his hammer.
if he does, sure.
Coup de grace!
I'm trying to help.
It's all good. So Sandville is still stuck at the back of the group. So he just stands about like a bump on a
He has
log.
no ranged capabilities at all.
Nothing. He has sword and that's it.
Loser.
My creature here moves forward 1. 5 foot over the top of
In
Sandville's
time.
unconscious body.
If I become conscious, I get a backstab right underneath him.
Sure, right.
Stab him in the
right-
junk, the veggie junk.
veggie
veggie
junk. Swings
The
a
veggie
Buligup.
tank.
Right in his Brussels
Oh,
sprouts.
Oh,
Holy-
piss.
Swings a Buligup for 14 damage.
That's fucked up
Oh.
right there. He took it though.
Critical confirm. Buligup is not very happy, but still up. But
Velt
not
is
very
serious.
close.
Dude, seriously,
very
that's like everyone needs to focus fire on this guy because he just took like 2 critical hits on people, and people are like, I mean, if you think about it from a character perspective, the characters
Mhm.
see this and it's like, holy shit! You're like,
Yeah.
wow! Takes one guy.
Like walks out the door and smashes Bill to the ground,
Right.
and then steps forward and like smashes Buligup.
He hits the wall, bounces off the wall, lands on his, stands up, and he's like,
We need to focus fire on him, or I need to run back to town and start recruiting another party.
yeah, exactly. Buligup sells Steve Rogers. I could do this all day.
I got this. Venture pygmies, 2 claws on the cat. 10 and
Oh,
a 21. That's not a crit confirm, so it's only 2 points of damage.
Still pecking away
Cat
there.
takes
Get that.
2.
Get
Second attack. Cat takes nothing. 2 12s. So Cat is on a. Did you reduce his hit points, Whit?
2 points to the cat.
So Veggie Pygmy 2 has got the like MVP for like biggest loser.
Okay, Buligup. Buligup's not happy. Buligup shortens his grip. Buligup then attacks the
He's
guy
not
in
unconscious, so.
front of him. Oh, this is gonna suck. He swings. A 10 is a miss. Buligup is upset and just hopes not to die. Kiernan bleeds on the ground. Alexander, it's you.
Can I poke my head around the corner enough to cast a spell?
Sure.
Since I could cast magic. Okay, what the heck? I'm gonna fire off one of my last spells since I still have a couple spells. And Kiernan's gone. Hopefully this won't affect Buligup since he's facing the other.
What are you doing?
I am going to attempt a color spray.
A what?
Color spray.
Oh, okay. A color spray. Very interesting. Very good. So you blast out a vivid cone of color. Will save? Who's it hitting it?
Yeah, it's a 15 foot. Yeah. Rel stepped into range.
Just the guy that's on top of Kiernan.
Yeah.
Actually, this guy would probably have moved forward, so it'll affect him too. Already went, right? So it's going to hit 1, 2, 3 squares. So it'll hit the Vegapygmy that's here as well.
Yeah.
The one that's just behind Kiernan. So let's do the named one first. So it's a will save.
It doesn't affect me because I'm unconscious, but it would affect
Right. It doesn't affect
Buligup.
Buligup because he's not looking. He's literally facing away.
I don't know if that matters, to be honest, but
12.
12 will fail.
And on the Vegapygmy, I have a will save of... Where are you, will save? There you are. 19. That's a pass, right? So the main guy fails, but the little guy does... No, the main guy succeeds. So what does this mean?
The main guy failed, yeah. So it depends on his hit dice. If he's 2 hit dice or less, 3 to 4, or 5 or more.
He is, I believe, more than 2 hit. He's more than 2 hit dice.
So if he's 3 to 4, he is blinded and stunned for a D4 rounds, and then stunned for another round.
Okay,
if
so
he's 5 or more, he's only stunned for 1 round.
He's the second one. So he's... What is he?
Blinded and then stunned for 1d4 rounds, and then stunned for another round after that.
Roll the rounds. Roll the rounds. So he's stunned and blinded for how long?
4 rounds, and then he's stunned for an additional round after that. So he's blinded and stunned for the 4 rounds, and then
so he's blinded and stunned.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have got so much evil sneak damage on him. Too late.
Yeah, but he wasn't in range until you dropped and he stepped over you, really. So.
Now, what would happen?
So he's at a ton of negatives. He's at a ton of negatives. Tatia, it's you. The creature in the... Is he at a negative? So is he not at negatives? Let me just check that. Has he got blind sight?
Yeah, I really don't know what Vegapygmies have in this.
He does not have blind sight. You're okay.
He does or does not?
So he is stunned.
Yep.
For 4 rounds and blinded.
He's actually stunned for 5 rounds and blinded for 4.
Yeah.
Blinded is...
Can I start with my...
So his armor class is down significantly. He is... Yeah, he's just staggering about right now.
So can I start with my kitty cat and move him back?
Are you moving him?
1...
If you move him back more than just 1 square, unless he's full retreating.
Yes.
So he's full retreating?
Correct.
Okay, in that case, he can run away. That's fine. What are you doing? believe your cat has the flee command, so
I
that's okay.
want to move in 1 and use a
And fight.
and
Fight.
yeah, because
Do it.
hopefully
Kill some shit.
hopefully I'm gonna roll better. Okay.
Do it.
Smashes.
And we know Slashy doesn't doing it, so mace all the way.
All right. So
She has a star knife still, right? She has 2.
Right, but isn't that slashing?
Yeah. No, it's piercing.
Piercing. Ah.
it is.
She's using word.
I'm gonna go.
Oh,
Star knife, 6 miss.
damn, that was good damage too.
Yeah.
That was good damage.
Wah, wah, wah.
Hello. Hello, new person on chat. How's it going?
Hello.
Ooh, chat.
Do, 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 do.
I won't show you my boobies.
Oh, shame. You say that to chat. But we'll
But
get to a.
Alexander will.
I'll show you her boobies.
Alexander will.
There's a
Wait
fair
till we
number of
get to
people
a-
on chat.
Chat. Then who knows what might happen? Is it traditional to do session 100 is naked? I believe that has been always a thing for the site.
Yes, the session of the greased pig.
That's right. Session 100 is session of the greased pig, which is everyone is naked. It's always been a tradition on the site. Unfortunately, up to this point, we've only ever got to 100 on audio only.
Now, is that bad or good? Actually,
The theater of the mind.
Watching. I mean, I've got no pants on now. I mean, ultimately, that's okay, right?
Yeah.
exactly.
No.
Oh, boo! All right, Tatia, you moved, you've attacked, you missed. Sanville can now actually move in a little, but he's still restricted.
No,
Actually,
Buligup, fall back.
He's moved. Oh, he can't move on a Buligup space because there's a thing underneath. You want Sanville to move
Underneath?
backwards?
Well, no, Buligup could pull back, but he's not. Yeah, on his turn, it's like the thing's over Kiernan. But
He could have waited until Buligup. Then Bulligup's just going to get smited, so he could ready an action if yeah. I don't know.
Sanville will step in and ready his action in case something comes near him. The nasty bad guy.
Does he have it? Does he have any special spells that he can start enhancing his sword with?
There's nothing at ranged. Everything is a magus, so everything is designed to be delivered through his sword when he hits.
Right. Can he start going Super Saiyan now so that when he attacks next round?
Yeah, he'll do that when he hits, but
yeah,
right
because he
now,
magic weaponed before.
take a 18. Oh, that might not hit him. Hold on. Well,
He's blind, right? Isn't he?
He's at -2 to hit, -4 to hit.
Right, stunned and blind. Yeah.
Stunned and blind don't stack, right?
So what's stunned is one action or another, right? Either hits or removes.
Yeah, I believe so. Oh no, stunned creature drops everything held, can't take actions, and a -2 penalty to AC, loses its dex bonus to AC.
Boom! MVP Alexander, good work.
Attackers receive a +4 bonus on attack rolls to perform combat maneuvers against stunned opponents.
So in that sense, then he just staggers around looking for his hammer, which he finds on the ground. That's his only action this turn.
Except he's stunned for 5 turns, so he's going to keep dropping.
You drop it. Yeah, that's weird, right? He finds it and then drops it again.
Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go?
Right? Okay, so we're on the Vegapygmies, 2 of which are attacking Wit. We have 2 Vegapygmies on you, Wit. We're going for full attacks, which are going to be 2 claws each. A 4 and a 9 will miss you.
Yeah.
Nice.
A 21 will hit,
No.
but the 6 will not confirm. You take 3 points of damage. and the second attack is a 3, so you take nothing. You only take 3 points of damage. The plant creature kind of slashes at you with his evil planty claws and manages to successfully hit you on a very skillful hit.
Planty claws.
I laughed
Oh,
off.
Planty
I've been a good
claws.
robot.
Right, Buligup wishes these things were robots. Buligup again shortens his haft on his glaive and swings at the creature in front of him, which is blind and probably easy to hit. But maybe
Right,
not
'cause it's got a -2 from blind and loses its dex to AC.
Yeah, it hits it with a 13. 5 slashing, unfortunately, does nothing.
So now that he's noticed that, he should switch to his rapier, right?
Might well do that. Buligup drops his glaive and pulls out his rapier. Kiernan, it's you. Oh, you're bleeding to death.
Bleed.
Alexander,
I bleed to the left this time.
I guess I will stick my head around the corner and fire off the wand of magic missiles again at the blind Vrelt.
I'm assuming magic missiles on the list. You are a wizard, right?
Yeah. In fact, I
Cool.
used it against the plant creature when we were. Sorry.
May the power of Christ compel you.
I should have just done the
2d4
up arrow,
plus
but
2, right?
yeah. Yes. Why am I typoing like crazy right now? I need to make a macro for this stupid
Yeah, you do.
/R.
It was too much of that balsamic vinaigrette that he was drinking.
Pew pew.
Hey, you're there, but you're in that room for the minute. 7 damage. You blast parts off him. Bits of plant material blast backwards, but he still looks strong, just blind and stunned.
Speaking of
That's the way
blast,
we like him.
I believe that's 1 round of stun gone, so he's currently 3 rounds of stun.
3?
3 rounds of blind, 4 rounds of stun.
Yeah. Three blind, 4 stunned.
Left, not used.
Sure,
Yeah.
it's you. There are 2 creatures in front of you. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You would.
sorry, the mic cut
Stop
out, and I
reading.
did not realize you were talking to me. I was like,
Stop reading magic stories on the internet. She's reading Dragon Ball Z fanfic. That's what's going on.
that you got me.
Caution the plant man. Bum, bum, bum.
No, I am finally up in this guy's face, and I'm gonna be like, okay,
Stab! What you using? Let's go.
what are we
Let's
gonna
do this
do
thing.
here? We're gonna slice some vine arms up, and we're gonna make that into a nice little soup. for dinner.
Let's go. Guy in front of you. Let's do some damage. Roll them dices. Digital dices, not real dices. Sadness.
Nice.
19 will hit. 5. What is that? Morningstar. You. Okay. Are you using bludgeoning or piercing?
Pierce.
Are you using bludgeoning or piercing damage on the Morningstar?
Well, bludgeoning is like just smashing his fucking face in.
Right. But piercing is stabbing and stuff.
I kind of want to smash his face in.
Bludgeoning?
Yes.
Okay. You smash him with your bludgeony Morningstar. It literally does nothing.
Ah!
Sorry.
Piercing works on these guys.
Piercing does indeed work on these guys.
Why wouldn't
Sanville.
bludgeoning?
What?
Why wouldn't bludgeoning?
Because they have damage resistance against bludgeoning and slashing.
Because they're
Well, how do I
vines.
know that?
By hitting them
Don't.
and finding out it doesn't work.
Yeah, you found it out by trying. Congratulations. You tried.
Thanks. Well, at least I don't
Sanville
feel dumb.
just kind of hangs about again. Big guy with a hammer goes for Buligup one more time.
Who's
He's
blind and stunned?
Oh, no, he doesn't. He just staggers about looking for his hammer. Veggie Pygmies against Tatia. Let's see. 2 attacks with claws. Boom! I've got to kill you eventually. An 18. Will that hit? It probably won't hit you, will it?
No, you're like a 20, aren't you?
Yeah,
My
I think
armor
she's a
class
20.
is stupid.
It is. Rolling with the other guy. A 20 will hit you, right?
I am a 20.
Okay, then the 20 hits you. 3 slashing damage from one of the Veggie Pygmies, who luckily manages to dodge when you feint and kind of catches you in the arm. Little 3 points of damage action going on there.
But she has damage reduction slashing.
That'd be nice, but no, you don't get damage reduction because you're just level. What level are you? 2?
2.
2. You're so big. Look at you guys, all like big.
We're
Buligup.
big.
Buligup breathes a sigh and just kind of swings again with his glaive at the creature in front of him.
Oh no! He had his
No,
he had
rapier.
his rapier. He had his rapier.
Oh, that's right. Apologies. Rapier damage against the thing in front of him. That will actually hit because it's blinded for 2 whole piercing damage. It does not look too sad. It looks quite happy.
Well, hey, it's better than missing with a glaive or doing 0.
Yeah.
Kiernan continues to lie there
I
serenely.
bled so much that I apparently went into the next room. It's
You're not
crazy.
bleeding, you're stabilized. You're just lying there like a big hunk of nothing.
Right, getting.
He missed my big spell.
Roll up the big guns. Time for that fireball.
Cauterize the wounds.
Yeah, I think it's another magic missile from the wand, unfortunately.
Great. Against the big guy with the hammer?
Yep,
Oh,
another 7
hammer.
points.
7 damage? Good damage. I always thought this guy was pretty intense, honestly, considering he's pretty tough. Okay, you blast him. Bits fall off him. He's still moving.
He gads.
Tatia, it's back to you. Come on, put something down. Let's go. Star knife all the way. Let's go.
Or morning star piercing.
Or use morning star for piercing.
You're
Stab
ugly.
with it.
Your mother dresses you funny.
Use the morning star for piercing. Let's go. You can do this. 19 hits.
Yeah,
Bludgeoning
6.
destroys the one in front of you for piercing. He is stabbed to death with your morning star somehow.
All praise
down.
Monsanto.
Is your cat just lurking in the background right now?
Kitty's staying back there because he can only move 5 and then attack anyways, and he doesn't have anything ranged. So he's going to hang out back there and give space to the rest of us.
Sanville tells you to move forward.
All right. Boop.
Very good. All right, Sandal's turn. You step into the room. Sandal steps into the doorway, and he takes a swing at the creature that is there, which is getting a little bit of cover from the door.
Holy.
But a 20 slashing will still do some damage to it. 9 damage, but it's still not good damage. It is still damage reduced to slashing. But still, it looks a bit sad. Take that, plant creature.
He looks forlorn.
Blind, stunned. Alexander is clearly a wizard that is to be dealt with carefully.
Hey, he avoided a TPK. There was 2 critical hits.
I know, he did a great spell right there. I just like to throw out, Alexander is the reason you're not all dead right now.
Right.
All right, Veggie Pygmies.
Which I would acknowledge publicly and verbally had I not be one of the victims currently.
All right, 1 is Sanville, 2 is Tatia. Going for Tatia, both attacks. Oh, what the hell. Let's do 1 on each. We'll do attack number 1 on Tatia, attack number 2 on Sanville. That is a 4 and a 7 with minimal damage on both. That's a total miss from my Veggie Pygmy. Buligup, buoyed up by the fact that he could actually stab some shit with his rapier, is going to stab some shit with his rapier. 26 to hit.
Not confirmed, though.
Confirm is an 8, unfortunately, only doing 2 damage.
Was such a great roll.
The problem he has is he's got no strength. Kiernan quietly lies there. Alexander, come on, let's bring this home.
There isn't any roll that I roll every round. If I roll a natural 20, I get a hit point back, or is that only 5e?
Stabilize. No, you're done. Somebody has to heal you at this point.
All right. Since Buligup doesn't seem to be willing to fall back while he's leaking, I will step down so I don't have to duck around the corner anymore and just fire that wand another time.
Do it. Hit the big guy with the hammer.
Ooh,
10 points.
10
Full damage.
Take it!
Alex,
Take it all!
destroys him with arcane might.
Full the force.
Oh, take this power of this slight stick that I've got. To the face.
By
To
the
the face.
power of Grayskull!
There, Alexander. Tatia, it's you.
Yeah, I can say that on our website, right, Hal? I'm not going to get sued by, Hasbro or what.
Whoever was Sanrio or whoever the fuck owns that.
Right.
Now, I don't know.
The power of taupe skull. Just make it off-white,
Taupe.
Right, taupe. Power, yeah, right.
Off
Power of
cream
bone.
color.
Tatia, what you doing?
Listening to them describe
Right?
terribly
They are
different shades of white.
It's like going to
and
paint colors, right?
no, I think I'm gonna take a 5-step over here, and
Okay.
I'm going to take another piercing attack with my morning stars.
Do it.
I'm gonna take that thing and be like, fuck it! Whap!
Whap. I like whap. 12 is a miss, unfortunately.
And I'm gonna
'cause
hit
7 is
myself in the
great.
back of the head and be like, God damn it!
Damn it, indeed. Sanville steps into the room.
Desna, fuck you, bitch!
Oh, we're not using her weapon, so she's like, fuck you. Fuck you.
There's lightning coming out of
This
this
is what you
Just-
do to me.
Fuck you, everything you stand for. Let's see.
It's like that scene in Conan the Barbarian where Conan's talking to Crom. Oh, if you won't grant me this revenge, then to hell with.
That's right. Fuck you, Sanville steps into the room and magic kind of glistens down his blade
Corrosive touch. Spellcraft.
as he chants lightly.
I'd like you
Chant-
to use that on me later.
He's chanting quietly.
Well,
to
when you
his
say
soul.
you want a little bit of love that's sizzling, I don't know if that's what you mean. It's just...
It's corrosive touch. He swings at the creature in front of him, and he rolls a
drum roll.
Survey says,
Roll.
did we roll it, or is it just kind of sat there?
And I see nothing. He's impotent.
He is. I'm just sitting there right now. Oh, hold on, it's close. There he goes. A 13 is, believe, a miss. Sound. Look at that damage. 12 slashing.
Wow.
Sandville. What did you do?
He did
It's a miss,
nothing.
though, right?
Did nothing.
Yeah, totally misses. Plus, he also charged it with magic.
He did two
Wow,
things.
he's-
Jack and shit.
He's strong. D8 plus 6. Wow. Sandville's buff.
Well, he's got bonuses and magic shit. This creature's dead. I'm going to ditch him out of the order. I have Venture Pygmies. Okay, so one is going to step up on Buligup. The other is going to fill the space. I have one attacking. Okay, one is Sanville. Two is Tatia. One, it's going for Sanville. Oh, what the hell? We'll give them one each. One is Sanville. Two is Tatia. Claw apiece. That's a 16 on Tatia and a 9 on Sanville, both of which miss. I have a Venture Pygmy doing 1 attack on Buligup. Oh no, 2 attacks. A 4 and a 17. I think 17 misses Buligup.
I
His
hope
ace
so.
is 18. He's good. He kind of dodges and kind of short stabs his glaive again.
Stabby.
Oh, he's not using his glaive. He's got his rapier out. So he rapiers this thing to the face as it comes in, and he gets a 9, which is a total miss.
Mm.
He did max damage at 4.
Kiernan sleeps quietly, and Alexander, come on.
Let's see. I probably can't just slide a healing potion into Buligup's mouth, so I will.
Without an attack of opportunity, you can't.
Yeah, so I will magic missile the one in front of him again.
Do it. How many charges is in this thing?
It had like 44. I'm down to like 39 now.
Pretty good. Keep it going.
Take the
I
caps
love
lock
something
off.
like mobile artillery.
8 points.
It literally collapses under the barrage of magic.
Landing on his compatriot. So I've got like Thor Veggie Pygmy and another Pygmy of me. So
Right?
I'm like, oh, no more. Stop.
You're just under the compost pile.
Can't breathe.
Tatia, it's you.
And she ran a be right back sign. And you want me to click?
Tatia?
You want me to click on her character? Oh,
No, she's
See?
back. What's that?
It says
What is
Be right back.
Be right back. Nice.
beat.
Nice.
I don't know.
Let's say BRB.
It did.
Okay,
what am I
let's
doing?
go.
I heard you.
Your turn. Kill a thing. Stab a thing.
You don't
Here's
tell me what to do.
Shank a bitch.
None of these
um,
creatures want to teabag you until you grow mold.
thanks. Here we go.
they want to use you to make more of their own kind.
I'm just gonna be like, all right, look, bitch, I get it.
No more yeast infections. Get away.
Yeah. 12 is a miss.
Oh, bastard.
Bitch, I thought you were trying to fuck me over, and here you are. This is not cool. This is not my version of foreplay. What are we
Fucking
doing?
you under.
It's only 3 play.
Sandal size and takes a swing. 18 will hit.
Oof.
14 slashing damage. Destroys the thing.
Giblets of
Yeah.
mushrooms everywhere.
Danville, I'm
This is
just
like-
saying.
Problem is, you guys are all inhering.
Fully good.
I really
spores
like the
now.
way you handle that magic rod.
Right. Buligup has his rapier out, so he's going to step forward 1, and he's going to try and stab at it with his rapier. Buligup gets a 17, which is actually a hit, doing a total of, everyone ready? 1 point of damage. 1 whole point.
Huzzah! Hey, every point counts. Every point counts.
Hang on. He didn't quietly criticize his Buligup, but then realized he's been ineffectual this entire fight.
Just the opposite of criticize. Hey, I took an 18 damage hit.
I know, you took like a massive crit to the face.
I not only took a crit, I took a maximum crit.
He did really well. That guy was ridiculously good out the gate. Alexander, it's you. There's one thing left alive.
I'm wanted for 7 points.
It just vanishes under the power of your magical arcane assault.
Damn, is that missile rod like, ooh, it's heating up.
It's like, shit, this thing's hot.
Ooh.
He's like wrapping shit around his hand to hold it at this point. Nice work, kids. This was a big fight.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Would have been nice if I saw it.
Well, we decided not to take a nap first.
So do we want to explore some more, rest up, or carry the unconscious Kiernan back to town to rest up?
Search these. Oh, there's also these areas too, right?
Oh yeah, they're probably free of monsters now, so.
Poking your head in.
Yes.
Which room are you looking at? So the one that Tatia you've already had the description for, and if you like it again, I can give it to you.
Sure.
The air in this room is unusually warm and moist, with a thin, pale vapor of mist clinging to the ceiling, causing the lighted panels to diffuse and become muted. Condensation runs down the walls, along with a riot of unusual brown and dull green vegetation. The moist, thick stemmed plants and vines grow out of long earth-filled troughs along the walls, while a tall column of plant matter extends like a tree trunk from a circular planter in the middle of the room to spread a network of vines across the mist-shrouded ceiling. A low humming fills the air.
Some sort of arboretum. This would be a good place to bury Brain Buddy.
Oh,
He
Brain
said,
Buddy.
he said moist.
Let's check out the room where the hammer guy came out.
Okay, you open the door. This room reeks of stagnant water and decaying vegetation. A long trough of water runs along the walls of this room. A layer of brown scum and algae grows on the water's surface and on the walls. A single workstation sits in the middle of the room, connected to a large machine made of tubes and bubbling tanks of water.
Ooh, machine.
Machine.
Workstation.
Aquarium.
I think it's probably stupid, but I would like to check out the workstation.
Okay.
Drink the water.
I saw what happened when you did that.
So the workstations, well, make me a roll against, I guess, knowledge engineering.
Ah, that is where I do not suck.
That's where I do not suck.
22.
22 is good. Is somebody going to wake up Kiernan?
He looks like he could use a nap.
Bill's just like lying face down on the floor in the corridor with his face smashed into the ground and his ass in the air.
Tasha used all her healing spells, and he's stable.
She could give him like a combat tickle or something, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
right.
we could stick a feather and a hot cross bun between his bums, but you know.
Ripped for my pleasure.
So you the machine. Basically, it seems like this computer is designed to control the development of plant life in this room.
Oh.
It seems at the moment it's been trying to, but it seems to only have developed some kind of green algae on the water at the moment.
Could I?
Aquarium.
Yeah, you push the plus button, and it's going to create 1,000 more veggie-pygmies from the algae.
Right, so that's probably what Vrelt was actually trying to do, or something to enhance them. I probably don't want to undo what he does, or just shut it down if I can. Unless I could use it to bring Brain Buddy back to life.
Oh, we miss him, don't we?
We do. He could have learned to be better.
He could have.
He was hardly given a chance. He was like a new soul.
He could also be a topping on a pizza. Just saying.
So could you at the moment.
That is true. You are pretty unconscious right now.
Reuse taste well on top of cheese and tomatoes.
I probably don't understand this well enough to help Brain Buddy with it, I'm guessing.
Not really. I mean, ultimately, that thing, you sliced him to pieces. I mean, ultimately, you might be able to grow him, but you don't understand nature enough to be able to understand how that's going to work.
Okay. Can I just maybe shut this thing down so it won't try and grow whatever Vault was trying to make it grow?
Sure. You can type in with a 22. You can easily do that. You type in the required things into the console, and the whole thing goes dark.
All right. So we got a few more. Do we want to check these remaining rooms while Kiernan's unconscious, or do we want to go heal up before we do that? We got this cluster of rooms over here. We haven't gone into through those doors, but I don't know if I'm guessing the Vegapygmies probably were all that was in this area, because. And she's gone again.
Where does she go?
I don't know. She ran out of more salsa for more salsa.
It is a thing.
She normally takes a laptop for that, though, right?
Yeah.
True.
It's the children asking questions. They're asking permission to play video. I
What
don't
are they playing?
Hmm?
What are they playing?
And just stuff on the Xbox. They were asking if they could get into certain stuff because I had it like internet locked ish.
Okay.
So do we
Very
want to
responsible.
explore over here before we try and
So-
heal up Kiernan and wake him up, or
I'm so happy to know you guys see me as a hindrance and
I can't do dick. We didn't take a nap.
no? I mean, we're either gonna finish off this stuff or rest here, or go back to town and rest and try and get you healed.
That's an idea.
I would suggest we rest or go home for a while. That looks like your friend is injured.
Yeah, that happens.
Let's go back to town. Get him a nice lady to help him forget.
Well-
wakes up with a lady.
Well, I probably can't carry him, but I could drag one leg.
well, check the black book and just be sure it's a lady that isn't already a race that's on the black book, on the bucket list. So.
All right, sounds good.
Miss Murphy's cow. What the?
I was young. I needed the money.
20 bucks is 20 bucks.
A silver piece is a silver piece. Damn it.
Right, 10 gold. 20 gold is 20 gold. Well, 20 silver, 20 copper. What's lower than a
Wow,
copper?
that's cheap.
Actually,
What,
darks
we're-
and ceramic pieces and bits.
Silver discs.
It was really unfortunate when I went to the udder to get milk and I realized it was a girl cow, but
And then I tried to milk the bull.
So, do you want the equipment that was on that stuff?
Yes. Take the hammer and whatever else Vrilt had, and the other Vegapygmies.
Okay. Take the hammer.
drop
Do
the
I-
hammer.
Should we perceive to see if we can find everything else, or
Oh, basically everyone else is naked except for him. He has 9 silver discs on him in addition to his hammer.
oh, excellent.
So, are you going to magically identify his hammer?
I will. Yes, I will cast detect magic and attempt to spellcraft it.
Roll it.
No, Mama.
Oh, that's right. I didn't think I was going to cast it enough to actually put it on the hot bar. 12, unfortunately.
12. It's quite a nice hammer. You think it's slightly better than a normal hammer, and because I can't be bothered to keep a note on this, it's a +1 light hammer.
Good job.
Well, it seemed quite impressive the way he wielded it.
Yeah, man. It's like freaking Jose Canseco with the freaking bat, man.
All right, I guess
Oh.
we will try and litter up Kiernan as best as possible to carry him amongst us.
Stick him in a bag, he'll be fine.
Bag.
That's true.
No.
Such
We'll
a
just tie a rope
violation.
around his foot or his neck and pull him along behind us.
WWDD. What would Desna?
Drag him out.
We need a bumper sticker. What would Desna do?
Well, if I-
Desna-
Can some of our RPG MP3 people get on that? What artistic people?
Yeah. If I hadn't burned through most of my spells, I would floating disc him out. But you know,
Right? Floating disc him out. I mean, not everyone worships Desna. Buligup worships Shaylin, the goddess of beauty.
and I nominally worship Bray.
Nominally worship Bry.
Well,
Okay,
I,
heading to town.
yeah, there's not a better god for my people, it seems. So, but I'm open to offers.
Anyways, okay, you're heading to town. I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to close the turn order out. Cats are mewling because they've not been fed yet. Weirdly, Leah is not home yet. It's 10:30.
She
Leah.
must be having a good time.
She's in a pub somewhere, I think, doing math.
Leah liked one of my Facebook posts, so she's up to shenanigans.
Really? She's
I approve of
online.
shenanigans.
I believe she's in. Well, she was in Anvil doing stuff.
Anvil, you mean Alvin?
Oh, Anvil, the cocktail bar.
Oh,
Ah.
oh, okay.
Well, it is her Friday night.
Right?
We have 5 watching on Twitch.
Not like she couldn't arrive here and
1, 2, 3, 4.
you know, participate.
Oh, that's right. Hold on. Why was she in Anvil? That 5 tables. I hate it.
You don't like Anvil? She got
Well-
there early.
It doesn't mean that they don't make good drinks, but I hate hipster douchebag bars. And that's a hipster douchebag bar where there's like 5 tables and a bar, and everybody stands up the entire time. And that's not my idea of fun. I can find some mom and pop bar down the road that could probably make me a better old fashioned and probably cheaper because I'm an old fart
Wait,
and I like value.
have you ever been to Rosewater?
No, I have.
We'll take you when you're here next.
Okay.
It's right down here. It's literally like a half a mile from us.
Nice. Hold
It's
on.
good.
Where at?
Across the 45 from us and kind of in a subdivision somewhere in like a strip mall.
Okay.
Rosewater, Houston. It's pretty good.
I
all
will be
5
down there in December.
Mm.
Rosewater, Houston.
You drag Kiernan's body through the various levels of the ship and the various levels of the cavern, causing extensive damage to his face.
Improvement, I'd say.
It adds to my allurement. Intimidation. +1 intimidation. That's what I
I
read.
think he told me chicks dig scars at one point. So
That's right. Scars are like tattoos, only with better stories.
That's right.
Hold on. Rosewater. This is like literally in that's in the strip center at the bank where my sister works.
Correct. There's a bank there.
There
And,
is
like, a
at the
pizza
JSC
place.
bank, and that's where my sister's at.
Seriously?
Yes.
Your sister works in the bank on the same mall as the Rosewater.
There you go.
You like it? It's good. It's pretty high end. Leah had some black top there. It was very good. We still have the bottle.
Nice. Very cool.
black top-
We'll have to try it out. That's an area I'd like to move to. Although I feel like if I moved to Bay Oaks, I would just live to a bunch of people that like to play golf, which isn't a bad thing. But I don't know if they would
Right.
like my style of golf.
That involve a lot of drinking and swearing.
Duh.
But how many bars do you have that have axe throwing setups now?
I throw axes at our brewery.
Hmm.
Oh
I'm
man.
good.
That seems to be the in thing now.
I used to do it when I did reenactment, so I'm pretty good at throwing axes, actually. So I did axe throwing and hit the board in the circle 9 out of 10 shots.
Dude.
Not bad. So you're on my
Nice.
zombie apocalypse.
I gotcha. I could throw axes.
Yeah, I was rated 17th in the world with rifle. We can
All right,
we can dominate.
And should zombies come near, I'll
Yep,
throw an
yep.
axe at them.
The Walking Dead
I will power
Walking
walk
Dead
away
reboot.
from them.
Power
Funny.
walk away.
The 2 zombies you might miss, I'll hit them with an axe.
All you need is to put around your house a bunch of treadmills. So when they're like walking towards your house, then they just don't ever get to it, right?
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
I am all about efficiency.
That's how that works.
I think you could connect those treadmills to some kind of dynamo and generate electricity.
That's how that's out of the box thinking is what's going to rebuild society, right?
That's right. That's
Funny.
right. But what happens like 100 years later? Am I going to get in trouble for slavery?
But the dead don't count as people. It's totally different.
Well, I believe their peopleness has vanished.
Yeah, that's how it
I mean, they might
starts.
look like, but they're not. It would just collapse off to the right.
What happened?
She's back. I can literally see her bangs and her hair right now. There she is. Just her hair. God, it's so
Oh
brave.
shit!
Okay.
Let the hate flow through you.
God.
Too good.
All right, in town. What are you doing?
Drinking. I'm going to take a swig of Numerian fluids.
Are you? Are you really?
I think we dragged Bill to the or Kiernan to the Temple of Bry.
Okay. Drag him.
Well, I can't lift him.
You can't lift my backpack, much less me.
Buligup is dex based and his strength is pretty crappy.
So's Alexander.
We could strap him to the tiger.
Maybe Sandville can carry him because he's the only man left.
The only man.
Well, Anita's, or I mean, Tatia's pretty, but
I could.
That's tremendously sexist, but I'm going to.
I could be all Sinbad and be on the tiger.
Is a strength-based character except for no one.
I want to be all Sinbad and ride in on a tiger and be badass. I just want everyone to be like, dude, look at that. I want to grow up and be like Kiernan.
Oh, how sweet. You're like a role model for the town.
How does the shadow roll off of him like that? That's pretty badass.
How is that possible? It looks like blood dripping out of him. Oh, no, wait, it's shadow. No, wait, it's blood.
shadow blood.
He creates his
He
own.
looks a lot less dangerous when he's unconscious.
That's right.
He just needs a Numerian fluid enema while he's unconscious, you know.
Apparently, that's how you can absorb it.
That's what everybody needs.
I still say while we're in town now, we should get a couple hogsheads. They probably got some at the tavern. We could borrow and go fill up with fluid at the for when the torch relights, so we have a supply to sell off.
You gathered all the fluid that was at the top of this hill. You go up there and it is dry.
Oh, well, I guess that'll stop scavengers from trying to be up there when the torch relights.
So he's gonna try to make some kind of robotic jizz lemonade stand. Like, hey, come on, get your Numerian fluids, 25 gold pieces.
Yeah, but it only counts if they get a full pint. So that.
She got like a multi-tap. Like
I'm not saying I couldn't do it, but you know.
Like Sam Malone from Cheers with the bar. Just... There you go. Okay, so do I eventually wake up, or do I have the Temple of Bry?
The cleric of Bry heals you. He heals the whole party. So it seems you are up against things down there that are quite aggressive.
Yes, vegetable people and a vegetable thing that talk to our brains and ooze things that
Vegetables all
explode.
around.
Yes, it's a very veggie area,
Veggie
apparently.
culture. Veggie culture.
Yeah,
All right, I'm
actually,
adding people.
yeah, I think, yeah, I'm gonna give him some. I mean, I'm pretty thankful. He's been bailing me out a few times. Like he helped us out with the Numerian fluid addiction issue, and also the healing I just got. So I'm actually gonna give him both of the leftover doses of the anesthesia that I got that he might be able to use as like medical for healing or helping people.
He'll appreciate that. If nothing else, he can study it.
Sure. I'm gonna give him both of those doses. Mark them off
Okay.
my sheet.
He's thankful, and he thanks you and says that he'll be here to heal you as long as you're working for the town. Everyone is fully healed.
Right. Oh, we should probably go talk to the town council now that we've got Corner back and get our scroll and half our reward.
That might be nice, mightn't it?
And, update on our status that we're closing in on relighting the torch.
Closing in.
Now that our
Hello.
Taki members are...
But that there are androids like the one that went crazy in town that destroyed what Doll? What was her name?
Al?
Val?
Val.
Not
No.
androids.
Val
Dolga?
Bane.
Robot.
It was like robots that destroyed Val Bane's store. Like they killed everyone in Connor Bane's group, and they like cut them apart and eviscerated them, and there was like rooms just with all the walls were
Where
covered in
did you
blood.
learn this?
This is where we were in with the medical area. Remember, Connor
Oh,
Bane.
yeah?
Our entire group was all slaughtered by robots and sent pieces of them like all over the walls and the floor, and there was blood everywhere. Connor
There's
Bane
blood,
almost.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and then little red giblets that were sent to another room for study. I'm trying to freak out the populace so they don't come in and steal our fat loots that we're acquiring within this.
Fat loot.
Most of them
Yeah.
probably can't breathe water or survive past the skulks and the other dangers that you have to get even to get to the good
but
areas.
those that can will breed ambition, and we don't want that. We don't want competition. We don't want people following us to loot our corpses or to create us as corpses. Know what I mean? So if they are sufficiently feared, they will not come in, and we will potentially set up a base in this place after the torch lights.
I believe their fear is also why they hired us to do it rather than going themselves.
But we want to keep that fear going so they don't decide to get bold and, oh, I could do this better. Or, wow, look at all the fun stuff they're finding. We don't want to show anything that we're gathering.
Greetings, party. You have done a great service to Torch.
Who's this? Is this the priest?
Thank you, noble council member.
It's the counselor.
What was that you're cutting out? Wit's crunching is cutting out your voice.
The counselor, Dolga Feathered.
The lady that hired us.
Female.
Right. The one that hired us.
Old
Yes.
dwarf woman.
Yes, councilwoman.
I didn't realize my crunching was cutting him out. I'm sorry.
I would like to extend the gratitude of the council, of which I am the only one at the moment, because the rest are busy doing other things. Conair is recovering, but here is our reward for you. As agreed, 4,000 gold pieces and the scroll of resurrection.
Woohoo!
Which I might need sooner than anything else.
Whoa! And a scroll of resurrection?
Yes.
Yup. Party now has a scroll of resurrection.
Do you want that, or should I hold on to that? It's clerical, basically, so.
Which means Wit can cast it, which means it's on her list. So technically she can read it without use magic device.
Well,
I mean, technically, I
read
can
it.
cast fire spells kind of too in a weird way.
I can read it. I can read it as use magic device too.
I can read it also.
So what, 1,000 gold each? If we want
Yeah.
to just divide that out right now.
Yep. Is it still 10 to 1?
If the party wants to buy something, party might want to buy.
Oh, that's true.
Is there anything the party needs before you split the gold?
I need some better armor, but is it still 10 to 1? 10 gold to 1 platinum?
Yes.
So I'll just get 100 platinum, then it'll make it easier for me to calculate.
100 silver discs.
100 platinum. You're getting 100 silver discs instead of 1,000 gold.
All right. That's cool. I might do some shopping.
Oh, hello, shopping.
I got some
Smells
master.
like you have
I got some masterwork studded leather, but I still am pretty squishy for the rest of the group. So
Right, time to get that plate pile.
I'm
Yeah.
squishy. I am the squishy one.
yeah, but you're in the back
The
and
whole-
you're not in the front. I'm always in the.
I'm just gonna throw out the whole group is pretty squishy,
Yeah.
honestly, except for Wit, who has an armor class of 20.
Doesn't Buligup have like a 20 or something insane too?
He's an 18.
No, that's not bad.
Buligup is a dex-based fighter, which is almost a misnomer in Pathfinder to some degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
So he's trying his best to work the system, but eventually he's gonna have to start lifting stuff and doing some push-ups.
Get those frog legs a little more meat.
That's right, those little green frog legs. So, you guys shopping, or you guys want to call at this point?
Oh, let's call it because I think we need to do off-camera shop. Figure out what we might want.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I would rather take a dive into what I get to 4,000 gold pieces. Well, obviously
Well, you have
divided.
1,000.
That opens up
gold.
a lot of options for me, and I'm really into buying pretty new.
1,000 gold does open up a lot of options for
Yeah.
many characters.
I'm excited.
Good, it's time to do some shopping.
And
spending.
and there's a casino in town, so it could even be more.
Would you like some experience?
Yes, please. Like 500 would be good.
500?
Or no, let's not be greedy. 450.
Okay, you defeated 7 veg pygmies.
Including
Each one
Mjolnir.
worth 200 experience for a total of 1,400 experience.
For a total of what?
1,400.
You also defeated Vrillit, who was a venture pygmy fighter, who was worth 800 experience.
2,200.
Yep.
What does that give you, kids?
4 ways. 550. I think
Are
we
you
just
enough?
made level 3.
Woo! Congratulations!
Hello, second level
So
spells.
5,103. Is that it?
Yes.
5,103 experience? Nice work.
No,
Yes,
we were.
that's what I
Well, wait. Was that right? We were at 4,553.
Yeah.
So you're at what? No, you're at 5,053 now?
What did we get?
550.
550. So you're at 5,053. No, you're not. You're at 5,103.
Okay, so I was right. 551.
Yeah, 5,103.
Yep.
That'll
Yes,
do.
we're at the next
That's
level.
Third. That's third.
Level 3.
So what would be what's
something perfect?
what's fourth?
to do
What's fourth level then? What do we need to put in for next level?
200 million.
100 million.
What is fourth level? 10,000?
Yeah, because it's double plus. Fourth would be. Fourth is. Oh wait, sorry. Fourth is 9,000.
It's not terrible.
It's like double plus one.
So what's third?
Third
did
was
it,
5,000. We just broke third level.
And 4,000 is what now?
9,000.
Okay, nothing is 2 million. You're a dick.
Yeah. The old in AD&D there was 2 million.
Yeah, it was like that was like 6th level for monk, right?
Basically, yeah, Monk sucked for leveling,
Yeah.
and it was like 2 million was like level 947.
And then once you got to a certain level, you had to start killing off other monks of your level.
Right. It was pretty rough in AD&D. There was some certain rules that just didn't work well. All right, kids, we're going to level off camera, and we're going to tell people what you did over the gap while we're... So Buligup has an extra 1,000 gold. That's a good thing. He's going to add that to his...
He's gonna go gamble it. I know what he's gonna do.
1,100 gold he now has. Hey, all.
She finally made it home.
Leah says hello.
Hello.
I love you.
Hello.
Everybody says hello. Whit says she loves you. Yay, apparently.
Yay.
She sounds so
All right,
excited.
kids. Good evening.
Good
Say
evening.
goodbye.
Farewell. Mostly
Good
Gilly in the
evening.
morning.
Say goodbye. Bye.
Bye.